Well, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome aboard another Flight Deck Sim live stream today. It's the 28th of August 2020, coming in from the United Kingdom, 4 minutes past 9 in the evening in the UK. A Friday night in the Flight Deck Sim household, so I thought we'd do a little bit of an impromptu Microsoft Flight Simulator live stream. I hope you're all doing very well. We've got lots of people in the chat already. There's 500 people watching. We've got Steve Kent here. DH Simulation says hi guys. Sparky89 says evening from Cosford. Captain Monster, welcome back as a member. Thank you very much for disrupting my very calm Microsoft Flight Simulator music intro with the It's My Life membership ding. Welcome aboard, and we'll catch up with you later on Discord. Our members only Discord there. Thank you very much. Anthony Teal's here as well. He says howdy old big, good day to you. Mr. Lancels here as well, coming in from Alicante in Spain, who's also an airline pilot and a captain too. We've got all sorts here this evening. I hope you're doing very well. Right, so a lot of people loved that last live stream in Microsoft Flight Simulator and Explain 11. I was hoping to do it again tonight, but it takes a lot longer to set up Explain 11, file the flight plans, update the Zebo mod. So we're going to be streaming again on Sunday, which is my last day off, and then we're going to hopefully do the kind of either it'll be Microsoft Flight Simulator and Explain 11, so we'll position for a stream there, or just Explain 11 and the Zebo mod. I haven't decided yet, so keep an eye out on social media for our stream on Sunday. Now, what are we going to be doing this evening? Well, let's fire up Navigraph to show you. So, the great thing about Microsoft Flight Simulator, all the scenery is there for us. We're going to do some island hopping. Now, we're not going to be flying live time. In fact, we're going to have to time 12 hours behind live time, but we're going to pretty much visit every single island in the Canary Islands. Now, we're going to predominantly do this in the default Cessna 172, but I might jump into a few of the other aircraft. I might even have a go in the 747 in one of the sectors for a bit of a laugh. But where possible, I'm going to fly instrument approaches. We're going to start off in La Palma. We're going to fly off to, here we go, all my pronunciations, Hero. We're then going to go to La Gomera, and then Tenerife. We're going to visit the two airports in Tenerife, Tenerife South, Tenerife North, fly over to Gran Canaria, then Fuerteventura, and we're going to finish the last sector in Lanzarote. Now, I'm going to fly offline for these sectors, but the last sector here I'm going to go online, so anyone of you that has Microsoft Flight Simulator can join the sector. I might even do it on the penultimate sector as well, so we might start in Gran Canaria, we'll all do a touch and go in Fuerteventura, then continue onwards to Lanzarote. This is one of it, again, chilled streams. I would have been gaming on a Friday night anyway on the Xbox. I'm still trying to complete Red Dead Redemption again, but I thought, no, let's jump on and do some streams where possible. But yeah, the first few flights are going to go offline. As I said, where possible, I'll demonstrate some instrument flying. We'll fly some instrument approaches. I'm going to stick with the Cessna 172 initially. I might do a touch and go, but let me know in chat. We'll have a bit of a chat about it. If you want me to jump into another aircraft, I'll keep an eye on it there as well. But yeah, just a bit of fun for tonight. Right, anyway, let's close Navigraph here, and I'll jump into Microsoft Flight Simulator. Let's go to the world map. So let's jump into the default Cessna 172 without all the fancy avionics. We'll go for the model without the G1000. Now, where is it? We've got all the aircraft here. And let's go to interesting propellers. Now, what's happened to my installation? Where's my Cessna 172 without? I think I've lost some aircraft here. What? Only one jet available? Now, someone might have to help me here. What's happened to all my aircraft? Interesting. Right, let's just reselect this. You are using the standard. You're missing premium content. What happened then? Because I had the full premium version already. Has there something's happened to my installation? Great. Why does this always happen here? Now, how on earth do I check that? Well, I might have to go into the default one. Check content manager. Options. Where is that market? Oh, where is content manager? That's really interesting. Go to profile content manager. Profile content manager. Right, so it's been saying this for a few days here. Now, how on earth do I check if I have the premium version installed? Literally, it was working it was working 30 minutes ago because I was taking the thumbnail for the I don't know, I've had technical issues again every single day. Marketplace. In the marketplace you'll find the add-ons. Official content? Aircraft? No, these are all payware aircraft. Check marketplace and owned. Deluxe upgrade owned. Premium deluxe upgrade owned. Premium upgrade owned. I have all of them installed. Relaunch to update. Yeah, in content manager it said restart game to update. It said that for ages though. It said that for ages. Well, that's a real shame. I mean, I can do it in the G1000. What I might do then is restart the simulator, see if that works. But the update, I mean, that shouldn't work. I mean, I hate it when stuff does like this. I tried it 30 minutes ago and I've done nothing. I just shut down Microsoft Flight Simulator, had my dinner, relaunched it. Right, okay. What I'm going to do is reboot the sim. I'll put you to the Be Right Back screen and hopefully it'll go from there. Something always happens on a Flight Deck Sim live stream. Give me around 3 to 4 minutes, guys. I'll show you the Alpaca Airways advert. How about that, right? Cheers, guys.
Introducing Alpaca Airways' new line of package holidays to all of your favorite earthly destinations. Here at Alpaca Airways, we try our best to make sure you start your holiday without stress and a smile that'll last until you return safely home from another memorable sunny break. Our crew are the friendliest in the sky. In fact, let us introduce them to you. Starting with our lovely cabin crew, Mariana will see to all of your in-flight service needs from gate to gate across the skies of Europe and beyond, with her trusty junior cabin assistant Jack at her beck and call, who will fetch you anything you need to make your journey a pleasant one. Our flight deck crew are also second to none, almost too literally. First Officer Jim keeps a watchful eye over the instruments and can be seen providing in-flight entertainment with his pathetic attempts at courtship. You'll have to do better than that, Jim. Chief Captain Flight Deck 2 Sim will safely see you to your destination, fearlessly controlling the aircraft, be it through smooth skies or a tickle of turbulence. Trust us when we tell you he's no chicken. Our in-flight meal service is industry-leading with our new Buy On Board menu featuring buttered bread, bread and butter pudding, butterscotch candy, and of course, I can't believe it's not butter, for those days where the captain just needs to get on the deck. At Alpaca Airways, we offer exclusive members-only Alpaca coach seating at the front of the aircraft, allowing you access to the flight deck before takeoff and after landing to discuss anything from flap angles to marriage advice with our friendly cockpit crew. We've received
Right, thanks a lot for that, guys. Let's see if it's worked. I've just rebooted the sim. Let's go world map, aircraft. There you go, look, that's all it takes, a Control-Alt-Delete. It seems to all be there, look, all 30 aircraft again. How bizarre, jets, airliners, all three. I don't know, it's Microsoft, isn't it? Right, let's get the show on the road. Thank you all very much for your patience. Apologies for my audio issue there as well, that was completely my fault. What I was trying to do was turn down the background for Microsoft Flight Simulator so you could enjoy the Alpaca advert. Because I haven't got a clue what I'm doing, I actually turned down the audio for everything, so here we go. Anyway, that's the aircraft I was looking for, the Cessna 172 Skyhawk without the G1000. No idea why it did that before. Let's make sure, of course, that we have our call sign, which is Golf Foxtrot Flight Deck to Sim. Enter, and we'll make sure we have a full tank of gas as well. Have they still not changed this to kilos? Why can't I have my metric options yet? Right, let's close that. So, I did actually save our plan earlier. Oh my goodness, what do I load? Plan probably. There we go. So this is exactly what we're going to do, guys. If you have social media on Instagram as well, you can see all the airports we're going to be flying to today. Starting off in La Palma, then we're then routing to all the islands we've already mentioned where we're hopping to. It should take 2 hours 39. I'm gonna pretty much go into we're gonna go into faster aircraft at some point as well. So I think hopefully we'll do it all within 3 hours or so. So just before midnight, so it'll be a bit of fun to have. I just want to make sure that we start on parking here. So yeah, we are going to do some flights online, so some of you can join me. I am going to start offline though, and I'm going to have live traffic at least for ATC and custom here. We're going to have live weather. We're going to run the sim 12 hours behind lifetime because otherwise it will be at night and we won't be able to enjoy the scenery. So right now it is 8:16 Zulu, so we'll make it 8:16 in the morning in the simulator. So around... no, I want... why is it just sprung like that? There's a bug look, so every time I move that, it jumps to the wrong time. Lovely. Right, let's go. Let's just do it with the slider as close as we can. That'll do, like 8:17. Let's get the show on the road, guys. Let's press here, close, and fly. Right, how long's the stream been going for now? 15 minutes. We're not even in the game yet. Oh my goodness me. Thank you very much, Bin Gillespie, for the £10. Very generous. Hello from Glasgow. Enjoying the streams. Happy and safe flying in the sim and in real life. Thank you very much, Ben. That's a very kind donation. I hope you're doing very well up in Glasgow this evening. We are just having a bit of fun today, and yeah, I've been flying all last week. I've got a long weekend off. I am flying on Bank Holiday Monday as well, and a few standbys next week as well. But thank you very much, Ben, for your generosity there. Right, finally in the game. So we are live weather. Now, Nightbot should give you the METAR as well, so you can keep an eye on the weather as well. The current airport in is at GCLA, which is La Palma. Looking at the latest METAR here, the wind's coming in from the north, 12 knots, so we're going to take off from runway 36, and then we'll make a 180-degree turn southbound there. Right, let's press ready to fly. Wow, there's 975 people of you online, so that's great. So yeah, I mean, this is all default. Airport's default scenery. We've even got an Airbus A320 Neo here. I'm getting used to the cameras here as well, the little cameras included, so I'm beginning to appreciate how it works and use it too, so you can have a look at the scenery as well. I think I did a tutorial into this airport on my early flight sim days. I demonstrated the NDB approach in the PMD G737 of this airport, which is pretty cool. But yeah, live weather, but running 12 hours behind lifetime here. I'm still getting used to the camera, so I can't really show you precisely where we are. Again, you know what to do in chat. Well, I don't have an emoji for Are You Real Stream. I've unlocked about 2 more emojis as well to use, which is quite cool. Right, so let's... this actually has quite an in-depth, detailed checklist based off the real Cessna 172, so let's use this. So aircraft documentation, make sure that the aircraft's you know, well, I'm talking about a 737 here, but you have to check it's been maintained overnight as well. But you have to make sure, obviously, all the maintenance logs up to date. Latest flight has been done. Parking brake is set. Ignition will be off. Aviation, avionics switches are off. Battery can pop on now as well. There we go. Fuel quantity indicators check. So they were over here in the Cessna. We've got full wings here, so lovely to see. Fuel quantity check, avionics cooling fan. Now that is in a Cessna. Oh, crikey. Well, fair enough. Make sure that's switched on as well. Right, well, I won't skip the checklist here. Low fuel, left and right is off. Okay, that's good. Avionics, it's audible, okay. Well, I can hear the fan in the background, I guess. Avionics bus switch, button 1 set to off, which they are. You don't want to have that on whilst we're starting the engines. Static pressure alternate source is off. It's really nice if you're new to simming and you want to be doing the checklist. That's great. You then test the annunciator. Great. This is a very fancy Cessna compared to the one I did my PPL on all those years ago. Fuel selectors to both. Again, why I preferred this over the Piper is the fact that you could have oh, it's already on both. You could have it feeding off both tanks evenly, whereas the Piper, you had only the ability to feed off the left or right tanks in the Warrior, which you had to keep switching. It's not a big deal, but the Cessna, you can just feed off both of them with a gravity fed. Well, they probably use fuel pumps in this fancy thing. So they're both set there. Fuel shut-off valve open. We're going to be doing touch and goes for the rest of the islands, I think, so we don't have to do each one of these. Where is the fuel shut-off valve? Is that it? No, that's the alternate. Oh, it's here. Okay, that's open. Flaps are down. Pitot heat. Oh yeah, so that would be for the walk around, which we're not going to do. Pitot heat on, off. Battery switch off, and then you do the walk around, the pre-flight inspection. So that's done. Seatbelts, electrical equipment off. Fuel selectors both off. Fuel shut-off valve open. Starting engine. So open the throttle a quarter. I'll get a chance to answer some questions soon, guys. We'll just get the show on the road here. Mixtures to idle cut-off. Well, really? I want it fully rich, don't I? A idle cut-off, clear, battery on, beacon on, and then back to fully rich. Okay, fair enough. Well, we'll put the beacon on. There we go. Mixture to rich. Did I miss? I don't know. Mariana said. Mariana is my professional feedback here. I don't know why the alert's not working. Oh yeah, that's why, because I've got it turned off. Professional streamer here. Thank you very much to Plain Old Ben. Thank you very much, guys. Go check out Plain Old Ben. He has a great YouTube channel. He's a lot more in-depth and up-to-date when it comes to flying aircraft like this, and like myself. If I don't see Frida checks and bump fitch checks pre-landing, I'll be disappointed. Thank you very much, Plain Old Ben. Frida, fuel, radios, engines, we discussed the other day. Dead reckoning, or the DG, compass and altitude, and then brakes, undercarriage, mixture, fuel, instruments, T, something. Thank you very much, buddy. Thanks a lot. Right, ignition. Let's start the engine now. Clear prop, sorry. It's alive. Fantastic. Oh, I better put the parking brake on. There we go. So after starting engine, I'm just going to turn my volume up here. Can't hear the game. Ammeter check. So where is my ammeter on this aircraft? There we are. So we just about got a positive charge. Avionics switch can come on now. Better turn the alternator on as well, otherwise. There we are. They're negative now. So that's the battery charging. Radios can come on. Radios must be switched on. Oh my goodness me, I think that's the autopilot. We'll put this to standby as well. Altitude indicator set. Well, we're going to hand fly, I think, but we'll set 2,000 feet for this first sector. Heading indicator set, so we're going to be taking off from runway 18 today. Oh no, 36. The wind's coming in quite strong from the north here, so we'll set this to... Well, it is already set to 360. Perfect. That's all done. Taxi then. Parking brake release, brakes, rudder test, check working. And then we'll do the engine run up as well. Alright, cool. So I'll reset the QNH. QNH right here. Thankfully I pressed B, so it does it. It's 1016, so it does seem to be using live weather, a little bit lower than what we have here. We have a little bit of cloud, and actually in our first destination, El Helio, it is very windy, 340 at 21, gusting 34, and broken at 1,000 feet, so it could be quite interesting getting there anyway. But yeah, I'll just show you the Navigraph charts. Cool, so let's bring that up here for myself as well. Hopefully we'll be able to have the real aircraft too. There we are. So we're going to take off from runway 36. We're going to make a right turn downwind. And what navigation aids here? We have El Hierro VOR here, so 13.2. I'm going to tune that up. Now we've got a radio navigation aid to at least follow to El Hierro. I have no idea how to pronounce that. So 13.2. Probably didn't hear a word I was saying because I was outside. I'll make that active. No, not liking any of that. So GPS, well, that's going to be the easiest way. We'll switch now. Maybe we'll pick it up once we get airborne. Right. Let's now. The H is silent. Okay, so Aero. That doesn't sound very Spanish. Right. Let's taxi to hold point runway 36 without making this chap into mid-speed. Watch your head. Watch your head, love. Ooh. Just took her head off. Oh dear. What was that view I had? I think that must be the drone cam. Okay. Sounds really, really cool. I'm trying to get back into the cockpit. There we go. So we're going to taxi to this whole point here at Alpha, and we'll just do the power checks there. Mariana flighted to see what you say. Watch your head, love. Like I said, some of these streams are a little bit more chilled, but guys, I'm looking forward to jumping back into the Zebo on Sunday anyway for a bit more of a serious stream, and I know a lot of people really enjoyed that Microsoft Flight Sim and X-Plane 11 stream the other day. I got a lot of good feedback from that. Right, let's just do the power checks. I'm only going to demonstrate this once, otherwise we're going to do lots of touch and goes for the rest of the destinations. So checklist here. Before takeoff, oh no, there's run up. So flight controls, yes, we should have checked that the DG compass is spinning and the turn coordinator as well. The flight controls, full and free movement, which you would have done with the walk around, so you can just make sure everything's plugged in correctly. Wait, rudder and joystick. It's all good. Perfect. In fact, I don't want to. Now, why is it? I thought I'd. Sorry, guys. I thought I'd actually disconnected the differential braking there because I don't want that on. I don't really like the feel of it on the Cytec rudder pedals. I'll have a play with that later. Flight instruments are set. Fuel quantity indicators check. Mixtures rich. Autopilot's off. You test the autopilot environment, but yeah, we'll do the power check now. So I'll throttle up to 1800 RPM. There's 1800. Perfect. We'll do the mag check. Maximum RPM drop of 150. So that's around 100. Back to both. And then do the left magneto. Or the right magneto, I should say. There's no did more than 50 between the two and 150 drop there. Mags back to both. Vacuum gauge check at there. We've got good pressure, so we know this isn't going to topple over. Check the T's and P's are in the green, which they are. Pressure again, point low. Annunciator panel we'll check again, and then we do an engine idle check. There's no carburetor on this, because it's fuel injected. 600 to 650 RPM. Good, engine's not cut back to 1000. Excellent. So that's it. Now we're going to do the full takeoff checklist. So put the transponder, the Squawk 7000 today, on here. Flaps, we'll go flaps up for departure. Trim set for takeoff. There we are. Cabin windows closed and locked. Release parking brake, normal takeoff. There we are. So lift nose at 55 knots. I used to climb up at 65 in the 150 and the 172, so I might do that. So flaps up at 300 feet. Yeah, it's a nice little checklist for you guys to use here. Cool. Right, let's release the parking brake. We'll back. Do we need to backtrack here for runway 36? Again, why is it not updating my reg here? That's a great shame. I don't think we need to backtrack. We've got more than enough runway length here, so we'll just line up. I love all these creaking sounds. Right, I'm not in a 737 anymore. Let's do that again. Right, so nicely lined up. I like how this time is actually 12 hours behind, so we've actually got the correct Zulu time here, technically, albeit 12 hours away. Right, get your tokens in chat. Remember, we are going to be going now southbound on the first sector towards El Hierro, Golf Charlie Hotel, India. Right, full power. Brakes released. Off we go. Right, then a right rudder to feed in here to maintain centre line. There's 50 knots, coming to 55, there's rotate. Now airborne. Let's get up to 65 and then I'll trim for, well, it's at 70 anyway, let's fly up at 70 and trim. All trimmed out for 70 knots, we are on our way. Luke Joseph, Captain, finally got you live here in Australia, fantastic, good morning to you, good morning to you. It's just past 9:30 here in the evening in the UK. Wonderful. Perhaps already up. Look at that wind, look, it's already drifting us off the runway. In fact, where's that windsock? Can't quite see it. Still nothing water in this game. Right, let's make our turn downwind a little bit early. We're going to have a nice tailwind today, pushing us to our first destination. I'll pop up for you the charts, so you can see where we are going. There we are, on our first sector. We're back into the sim now. Lovely. Now why is the autopilot in or something? It doesn't want to turn. There we go. I think the autopilot might be in or something, cause it's, yeah, have I accidentally turned this on? I have. I accidentally turned the autopilot on somehow. I was wondering why it's wanting to turn on its own. There we are. Let's roll out downwind, making an aggressive input, and continue climbing at 70 knots. Atrocious here, so I'm just getting the aircraft back to 70, and we'll go up to 2,000 feet. I think we have got an instrument approach available for the first airport. There we go. Wait a minute, Navigraph works in Flight Sim 2020. Yeah, I mean the plugin works. The Sim Link, whatever they call it, the little plugin which allows you to follow the aircraft. I've been using Navigraph since I discovered you could use it in Streamlabs now, so it's quite useful for me to show you what charts we're using and how we're flying. Alright, coming up to 2,000 feet. Better get en route really, instead of flying downwind. It's only going to take 28 minutes or so. There's our island, straight ahead. A lot of performance in this aircraft, climbing really nicely. Is there a volcano here on this island? Not sure, not sure. I've visited or flown into many of the Canary Islands before. Very popular European holiday destination. I'm in fact going there next week. Approaching 2,000 feet. Level off and I'll hand fly most of the sector. Okay, there's 2,000. So let the aircraft accelerate. That's a much better view there. It's set around 120 knots, which is great. You used to fly around 105 in the 172. Right along the coastline, that's really nice. So still trimming nose down as the aircraft accelerates so we can maintain 2,000 feet. Start pulling a bit of that power back around 2,300 RPM. And trim. Perfect. Shame the CDI is not working. Yeah, I'll double check that VOR. At the moment it's not picking up anything. I've got it on conventional nav. I mean, I can flick it over to GPS, which would be very useful, and then it'll just follow the magenta line, which is great. But we'll try and route conventionally where we can. In fact, I was telling you, I don't have any charts for Golf Charlie Hotel India. Maybe there's some Navigraph charts. I'm talking about my operator's charts, that is. What's that? Ant Gibbs spotted. Can we hit 516 likes? 3 times 172. Fantastic maths. Yes, if you are enjoying this video, please smash the thumbs up button. It's great fun just to chill out in the sim. I mean, this is my simming roots. I just love it. I can't tell you how excited I am about doing stuff like this. This new sim, I mean, for Microsoft Flight Sim, for general aviation right now, it's awesome. And give it time, I'm sure there's going to be some fantastic, high quality, third-party commercial aircraft for us to fly. Obviously, the default ones are missing a little bit of immersion in detail, which you could expect, but this GA aircraft, I know some of the GA guys have found some small little bugs here and there, but it's phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal. Yeah, we'll try and tune that nav aid up again there. I just saw a dono come in. Thank you very much. No idea why my alert box isn't working tonight. It is on, but thank you very much, Thrust Vector Gaming, for the 50 Swedish krona. Thank you for these awesome streams. Just the best possible way to relax before my LAPL checks tomorrow. Cheers. Thank you very much, Thrust Vector Gaming. That's very kind. Best of luck with your... I'm not even sure what an LAPL check ride is. I've not heard of that. I mean, I just did my CPR and IR, but best of luck with it. That sounds quite a major exam to partake on, but best of luck, and thank you very much for your donation. Enjoy. Why is my alert box? I have no clue why it's not. I'm just going to test the alert box, guys. Give me 2 seconds. Right, it's working. I just pressed test. It says a random person called John donated £64, which is not true, but it is working. No clue why it's not picking up.
This is a test donation for £64.00.
What? I've never heard it say 00 before. Unbelievable. Every sign it's broken. Guys, I hope the audios are okay as well. Let me know if it's too loud in the sim. I can turn it down, turn my mic up, whatever you need me to do. But yes, nice tailwind. Look, 135 knots ground speed. We're poodling on around 110 knots airspeed here, so going on very, very nicely here. Let's get on our track as well. So let's again. I'll jump off the sim here. It's all nicely trimmed out, so I don't really need to keep too close an eye on it. I'll keep checking here, but there's our track here. So this here, 13.2. That's why it's an NDB. Well, no, it is 13.2 here, but I think that's just DME only. How do I select that here? Let's have a look at some charts as well. So they have an NDB approach here available. Right, well, I could fly this NDB approach if you so wish, NDB Alpha, or we could just do a visual approach. We definitely want to be landing on runway 36 here, so that's probably the best approach to position us here. Alert box is now working. Let's have a little look who that was.
This is a test donation.
Max Bergscheid! You completely threw me there! Max, I was like, I thought Streamlabs had lost the plot. That is absolutely... I was just silent, like, saying, did I press that? Thank you very much, Max, for the the £10 donation. This is a test donation. Absolutely ideal. Unbelievable. Thank you very much as well. Not a drug mule for £3.75. Thanks to the ride along, Captain. Great way to get around customs. Thanks a lot, not a drug mule, and I cannot condone such behaviour. Thank you very much. Awesome. Wow, this is very nicely trimmed out. I've made very few inputs now. I'm just going to make a little pitch up here, just to make sure we're maintaining 2,000 feet. So yeah, let me know in chat. Would you like me to demonstrate flying that NDB approach? More than happy to do that. I'll go heads down here. We'll try and get it all tuned. And I'll bring the chart up as well. In fact, I think this NDB approach is based off DME, so that's why it's not working, guys. The frequency there is DME only, I think. 13.2.
This is a test donation for £5.00.
Oh my goodness! Oh look, I know what it is. I know why the autopilot's being turned on here, because I've got it assigned to a shortcut to view my navigraph charts, which is why the aircraft just jerked. Thank you very much, John, who's now donated £5, saying this is a destination for £5. That's really throwing me now. That's very kind of you. Unbelievable. Don't you be getting any funny ideas, guys. Right, so I think... I know what it is, look. Right, my shortcut to bring up the navigraph charts is turning on the autopilot in nav mode, which is really annoying. I need to adjust that here, don't we? Great, so every time I show navigraph charts, it brings up the autopilot and engages it in nav mode, so that's really quite annoying. Yes, the NDB approach. Very good. Well, I'll demonstrate that. I need to change some of the key commands here, so I'm going to just go into Streamlabs here and change how I bring up navigraph, because at the moment it's engaging the autopilot in nav mode, which is getting a bit annoying here. So let's go here to Streamlabs. This is the... I'm actually going to turn the autopilot on here, just because I need to change some things here in the background. So, autopilot, engage. Let's actually go to nav, which will give me the GPS routing and altitude. 2,100 feet, apparently. I'm more than happy with 2,000. Altitude, does that maintain 2,000? I hope so. Right, so now... I need to put this back to GPS, don't we? So now the autopilot is following the GPS nav display, which is great. And now I can actually try and fiddle with the charts in the background, so I can bring them up without having to activate anything. And let me just try the command Control-Shift-N. Right, Control-Shift-N doesn't seem to be doing anything, so I'll change that to the command in Streamlabs
50, 40,
for navigraph.
30, 20, 10.
Oh, here we go. This will be interesting.
My sprinkler goes like this: TS, 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 TST, and comes back. Like T T T T T T T T T T T T T T T T T T T T T T T T T T T T.
Right, thank you very much, Waffle Stomps. Siri said for that. I have nothing else to say. Interesting. Right, let's now go back into. Let me just assign these commands in the background in my settings. That's very kind of you, and I think you need to get your sprinkler fixed. Right, commands, hotkeys. There we go. Right, navigraph. Just changing the commands here in the background. Search. Navigraph. Show nav charts. Right. Let's change the commands here. Control-Shift-N. Control-Shift-N. Done. Right. Now we just test this, guys. Perfect. So I can now bring the navigraph charts without the aircraft trying to do anything I don't want it to do. So let me just jump back into the simulator. That's a lovely view for you. It's great to have the autopilot in here as well. Whilst it maintains 2,100 feet. So let's have a look here at the charts. Oh no, I'm going to forget the command now. Right, so here is Hero. We're navigating in here with GPS. I'm never going to get all these sectors done, am I? We're nearly an hour into the flight. We're going to have to go into something faster for the next sector. And we're going to be doing this approach there. The NDB Alpha, which I'm going to have to reference here. I want to select the airport if you don't mind. Perfect. Now, unfortunately, I don't know how to turn on. I don't think I've got any DME equipment in the Cessna here, so I might have to fly as a bit of a timed approach, which is okay. How do I want the airport, please? There we go. So NDB Alpha. So we're going to route direct to the NDB. So 376. Let's get that tuned now. Is that a transfer switch? Yes, perfect. We're in business. So, GPS. Use GPS initially, and obviously when we get closer, I'm going to use the NDB here. It's not slave to the compass, unfortunately, so you have to update the bug card manually. I'm going exactly south at the moment, so we'll put that to south. So I'm going to fly directly to the NDB here, and then once we're over the NDB, we're going to fly outbound, tail of this needle. We need to be at 6,000 feet. Okay, interesting. Well, let's adjust this slightly. I might go up to... I mean, to fly this approach, I have to start at 6,000, but I'm going to maintain 3,000 feet and go from there. My goodness, Andy, M71, very generous.
Have you been flying the last couple of days? Very challenging flying conditions the last
yes.
couple of days here in the UK. Much respect to you. Use some of this to buy Mariana a few bottles of Superbock.
Oh, she'll love that. Thank you very much, Andy. That's very, very kind of you. Coming with a £25 donation. Very, very kind, sir. Yes, I did take on Storm Francis on... What day are we on here? Friday, Thursday? So, yesterday I was off. It'd been Wednesday. Wednesday, I was flying in Storm Francis. I was very lucky coming back to the UK because earlier on in the day it was well over limits and they were diverting from my base. We got in, it was right on limits, and then when we finally got on to final, it was 27 knot crosswind with the final wind. We had the instant wind from ATC, which is in limits. It's a 33 knot crosswind. It's the maximum crosswind we can have there. But yeah, it was challenging. It's the first time in a long time I'd flown in those conditions, but again, we are trained to do it. We brief thoroughly all the procedures prior to hand, and we also brief sort of wind shear escape. We also take plenty of fuel in those conditions as well. So rest assured, if you're a passenger on a flight in these sort of conditions, the crew will take plenty of additional fuel. I mean, to put it lightly, I think we took enough fuel to basically sit on our hands for an hour, and on top of that we could have taken 2 attempts at the approach and then still had an hour's of fuel left. So yeah, very challenging, and it was. I enjoyed it once I got on the ground. I just look back and say I really enjoyed that approach, but it always makes you think. Thank you very much, Andy. Anyway, for your very kind donation. Right. Anyway, let's get back to it. So we have around 9 minutes to go. I need to really climb to fly this kind of legally and correctly. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to go up to. Let's go up to 4,700. Now technically I need to be at 6,000, but I'm going to climb up to 4,700, so I'm going to disconnect the autopilot here. It's sort of cheating. Let's go full power. And that way, if you look on the chart, you know, once we go past the NDB, we immediately descend to 4,700 feet anyway. Now, we don't have DME, unfortunately, on this aircraft, so I don't know how it's going to be best to judge this. I've got GPS distance off the FMC, so I can use that, but it is going to cycle to the next waypoint, which is a bit of a pain, but we'll do our best to fly this anyway. Let me just get up to 4,700. I'm now going to primarily use the NDB down here as well. Hold on, it's me forgetting the controls to remove the charts there. Sorry guys, just disconnect the autopilot again. There we are. Trim, so I'm hand flying again now. I can see again a few more donations coming in. Thank you very much, guys. It seems to be, not be pinging the super chat ones. I'll have a look at that in a second. Firstly, to Matthew Ratcliffe, thanks for the £4.99. Nice jump aboard a live stream with you and let someone fly instead. I'm grounded with a tore cartilage in the knee. Just want to get back in the air. Thank you very much, Matthew. That sounds incredibly painful. Wish you the speediest recovery, and I hope you're enjoying kind of virtually sitting next to me at least. Thank you very much, Matthew Ratcliffe there. And secondly, there was another from Thomas Phillips for the £2. Thank you. Fly, Harry. Get on your broom, says Thomas. That sounds just like a quote from Hagrid from the Harry Potter series. Thank you very much, Thomas, for your guide donation there. Right, so yeah, apologies for... let me just make sure I'm flying here. Apologies for Nightbot, not Nightbot, whatever it's called, for the alerts not picking up the pings there from Super Chat. I'm just going to try and fix that as well. This is the epitome there. Right, it's on. It says Super Chat's on. And I'm sure it's done some already, hasn't it? just having a look here. I'm not a professional streamer, guys. I really have no clue what I'm doing in the background. Yeah, I think it's ignoring super chats, because looking at the feed I have, it's only pinged up non-super chats. Donos. I have no clue why. I have no clue why. Right, anyway, let's get up to at least 4,700. I think this is going to be the stream's going to be a lot longer than planned. Oh dear. Right, nicely trimmed out here. Probably should lean off the engine a little bit here because I'm losing power. That's better. Again, I've mentioned this before. I need to talk to someone who has a PPL about leaning the engine at full power. It cause knocking and damage the engine, I swear. But I hope you're all doing well. 1,700 people watching, I've just realised. Thank you very much. We are currently on our first of 7 sectors, believe it or not, to get into El Hierro. Again, showing you the charts. I'll just close this briefly. This is our first sector here. We're going to fly the NDB approach here, climbing at least to 4,700. I know it's not technically the correct height to start the approach at. And then we're going to jump into something much faster for, I think, for the next few sectors. Or I might do a touch and go here, and then we'll go to La Gomera, and then swap aircraft. And then don't forget, guys, if you have Microsoft Flight Simulator, for some of the latter sectors, I will jump online for you to join me for a little bit of fun. So I'm going to set 4,700 here as a reminder. There we go. Yeah, if anyone can work out or tell me how to get DME to work in this, or if there is a DME in here, I have no clue. Angry Irish, how do you feel Flight Sim 2020 is as a real pilot? I think it's a fantastic simulator, and I'm not saying that because Microsoft gave me a closed beta access and the ability to stream this first. I just realised my charts are up there. I just see plain old Ben Scott, you can sort your lights out. Hold on. There you go. Yeah, I think for the aircraft like this, it's a great handling sim. I really like, and you'll notice here when we get closer to terrain, how the weather reacts to terrain and causes turbulence. I think it is the future. I think it's a great core sim. I mean, from a graphics point of view, I mean, it's great, and from a dynamics point of view, in light aircraft, it feels fine. So, obviously, the default aircraft I don't think are giving the flight model much justice. I need to really jump into a 737 equivalent aircraft and have a look at it there. Plain old bed, good man, now free to check. Yes, fuel, tanks, radios, I'm not talking to anyone. Engines, full power, but T's and P's are in the green, getting a little toasty. Direction, look, I've not aligned my DG compass for a while. 180, 190. Looks good. Hopefully that setting might be on automatic. Right, let me have a look at this chart. I can't remember what it was. Was it 4,700 or 4,800? I think it was 4,700, so we'll level off there. It's making everyone feeling sick there, pitching down quite aggressively. And we are flying directly to the NDB still. Unfortunately, no DME in the old and Goldie Captain. I've done some VOR approaches which had to use the GPS, unfortunately. Okay, thank you very much for the heads up on that. In that case, we'll do a sort of timed approach, or what I'll do, I'll update this to just route direct to Golf Charlie Hotel India. It's not official, it doesn't work, but yeah, it's a great shame they don't have any DME on this. Let's reduce that power again slightly to 2,300 RPM. Perfect. And what I'm just going to do here is turn the autopilot on because I just want to have a look at the charts. I'll give you a little bit of a brief with the charts here. So, autopilot, heading, altitude, 4,700, perfect. Well, about 3 minutes to run, guys, okay? Let's have a little look at the charts again. Oops, I did actually have the chart just up there, didn't I? I do. Perfect. So, aircraft is out of bounds. We're coming in here. So what we're going to do is fly outbound on this initial track here of, well, maximum 100 knots. We'll do 100 knots then. So we're going to maintain a track of 163 here. So we're going to put the tail of this NDB, the needle on the ADF, sorry, on 163 to track outbound. Now the wind here right now, it is quite windy. It's 340 at 21, gusting 34, incredibly. So we need to keep an eye on that. 310. Where's my whiz wheel? I need to work out my drift. Let's presume it's around 20 knots. I think it'll be about full drift probably on our heading. So let's take around. Oh, I can't remember any of that. A quarter of that, around 6-7 degrees will do. I'll wing it. And then we'll go outbound until 9 miles. Again, I have no idea for DME because I don't have any DME distance. So I might just update this to Golf Charlie Hotel India, or we can guesstimate that, and then we can step down. We're at 4,700 here. We can maintain that till 5 miles out. In fact, what I'm just going to do now, guys, is sort of, well, not cheap, but we need some sort of way of measuring distance here. So I'm going to route direct to the NDB, which is Hotel India Echo in the GPS. Hotel India. Oh. And then Echo. Is that the same one? I hope so. Looks about right. North 27. It is. Perfect. So we're now routing direct to Hotel India Echo. It's going to probably sequence it there. And where is the airport? Around here somewhere. Oh no, there it is, guys. Look. Right on the coastline. Yeah, I'm going to get a 737 into that. But obviously, as we get closer, the scenery. DME's top right corner of the G500. This isn't DME though, this is a GPS based distance, I'm afraid. Look at this navigation, atrocious. We need to get right back onto this heading here. Let's go straight to the NDB. Perfect. Don't forget to ident it as well. That was Hotel India Echo. Perfect. I don't know Morse code at all, I've just got the chart open right in front of me. And what I'm going to have to do is line this up with our heading. Oh, I forgot, why isn't this slaved to the card? It's going to make my life so much more difficult. 163. Right, and that's now unfortunately sequenced to the next waypoint, so I'm going to update that again in a second. So there goes the needle. Should be roughly over the airfield. There we go. And that's where we started. We're doing really well. Right, anyway, so we're outbound now. I need to get the tail of this needle on 163. And that wind was coming from which direction? Was it 330? Okay, so we need to make a... No, I don't want to change that one. I need to make a slight adjustment to wind here. It's actually mostly a tailwind, to be fair. I just want to keep the tail of this needle on 163. It's going to make my life really hard. Lean the mixture, you're right. A catapult says please PA. How many people watching? 1900. Thank you so much, guys. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. 522 likes. Trying my best to fly an NDB approach here. So I need to drag that tail to the left here, so I need to get this onto 163. So let's make a few degrees turn to the left here. Again, I'm very embarrassed. I've completely forgotten how to calculate drift and all these sort of things. It's so long. 10 years, guys, since I last flew anything like this. We are spoilt rotten, really, with our sophisticated navigational suites, really. There you see, look, so you can see how that needle now, we're dragging, pulling the table and pushing the head. So I'm flying left of this needle, you see it's slowly moving left, so again I need to make a further left turn. I'm going around a heading at 150. And let's have a look at the chart. Oh, I'm a little bit off track. Well, to be fair, there's loads of different tracks here, so I'm going to bring the chart up there. So you can see I'm slightly off track. That's, again, the wind pushed me slightly. I didn't make a big enough correction, which I'm correcting on here. And don't forget as well, the tracks here, it's not to scale. There's different tracks to fly based on your speed. So we can now safely descend to 4,700, which we're already at. So we need to wait till 5 miles. And what I'm going to do is, again, update that GPS to Hotel India Echo. Oh damn it! I've just lost it all. And this is the only way I can get any sort of derived distance here. We should. You couldn't do this. You wouldn't be allowed to do this because you need to use the actual DME distance associated with the approach. But because we have no distance measuring equipment on this aircraft, we have to use this GPS derived distance. There we are. So 4.8 miles. 4.9, that's great actually. So you can see here on the chart, after 5 miles we can descend down to 2,800 feet, which we've just passed. Our tracking is 163, so we're heading 150, 150, 170. So that, again, that needle is slowly coming back here. You've got to keep updating that bug card there. Right, let's now descend down to 2,800 feet. Let's do this manually, so I'm going to disconnect the autopilot here. 1700 RPM. And you imagine, you know, you'd be in complete IMC here. So you really have to trust your instrumentation. And this is quite a long approach, unfortunately, for the Cessna. In a 7.3, you know, you'd be dragged out to a 10-mile final. Looking good, guys. 2,000 people watching. Sensational. Thanks a lot, guys. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. 605 likes. I don't know how many likes before touchdown. 1,000? Is that ambitious? It probably is. Right, anyway, let's update our heading here. So 160, 160. Okay, so we're pretty much tracking the NDB quite nicely here. So I'll bring up the chart and show you. Yes, it's actually looking very good here. So you can see, look, we're waiting now for 9 miles. Again, I am having to use the GPS derived distance. So only 8 miles to go. We can go all the way down to 2,800 feet, and then we'll descend from there. We're drifting off a little bit there. A little bit high, but in an aircraft like this, you'll easily lose that height. So I'm not using the GPS, so we'll get rid of that. And that's it. Once we turn, we just route direct to the NDB, and the NDB is at the airfield. That jumped up 729 likes. Thanks a lot, guys. Right, there's 9 miles, so we'll make our turn onto final. The final approach track here, if I bring the charts up again, you can see it's final approach course of 336. So we need to get the head of that needle on 336 inbound. This is where it becomes very hard because you don't have a card slaved to the compass. So it's a right pain. You have to manually update that to your heading. And we can descend down to the platform of 2,800 feet, which we need to maintain till 9 miles, basically. So we'll level off at 2,800 feet here. It's a very lazy turn I'm doing. Hold on. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I'm turning the wrong way. I'm such an idiot. Oh no. How embarrassing. There's 2,800 feet. I was turning the complete wrong way. That's really embarrassing. How on earth did that? Because no reason whatsoever. I'm an absolute plonker. There's no excuse for that. I just went the wrong way. There goes your IR. Yeah, that's your instrument rating. That would be your instrument rating exam failed. Oh, no. That is so embarrassing. Oh dear. Admixture to rich, thanks. So what I'm going to do, well, imagine that never happened, and position here to the north. How on earth did I do that? Nothing to see. You've got it. So I'm going to update my card here. North 020, and now I'm going to just push that head and wait till it says 336, which is the final heading. I'm just going to maintain 2,800 feet. That is, I've never done that. I don't think I've even done that in real life. Andy M71? There you go. Right, let's just keep on this heading, and as soon as that head is on 336, we'll be grand. Captain Monster, are we there yet? We're getting there, we're getting there. Eventually. I was actually turning the complete wrong direction on that approach. That is really embarrassing. Cool, so let's just maintain that heading of 030. And that head of the tail's nearly on 336 now. That's 340. We're just going to maintain 2,800 feet till 9 miles. Well, we're technically not on the final approach track just yet. And as soon as we're there, we can start descending. Harrison Lane, I love that. Life would be boring if no one made mistakes. Yes, I'll put it down to cockpit workload, but I can't wait until after the stream where I get some people commenting and coming in, and that's it. I'm finished. I've got no chance. But you said you're a real pilot, but you turned the wrong way on the NDB approach. That is quite correct. But that was just foolish on my behalf. But let's say we called it the 3 Ps. I'm not going to say what the first P is, but the second 2 is poor planning. that's what happened. Right. Anyway, let's update that bug card. We can definitely start descending now. Put the mixture fully rich as well. It's very hard without having a slaved compass as well. 010. There we are. So we're pretty much getting established on the final approach track now. So I'm going to turn onto a heading of 336, which is the final approach course. The head of that nail is approaching 336. And again, 6 miles out. Just checking the charts. We want to be ideally at 1940 feet. So we're getting a little bit low there. Again, I know you guys can't see the chart, but this is where it gets very difficult. I just want to level off here. It gets very difficult to navigate and fly and discuss what I'm doing here, because I'm checking a chart on a second screen. Right, there's our heading north. So how's that looking? Yeah, that's looking good now, 336. So I'm going to turn final now. Oh, this is so hard, guys. I'm trying to hand fly. It's gone heading a 336 now. Let's get this trimmed out, just start descending nice and slowly. We can descend to our minimums now for this approach, which is 1,800 feet. Basically, I'm way too low already. This has gone to pads. Let's go to 1,800 feet. This is why you need to brief charts properly. Make sure you're happy with them before you even fly them. And we need to wait until we're 3 miles out. 3 miles out is the missed approach point. Let's get this leveled up now. There we go. This is going atrociously, really atrociously. So 1790 is the minimums, which we're climbing up to. Jesus. Right, there we are. So the idea is on NDB approach, you get to where we are now. All right, let me bring the chart up to show you. So here we are inbound now. We're maintaining our minimums now, which is 1,800 feet. Okay, 1,800 feet. We're inbound on the NDB, and by 3 miles we must be visual with something here. So the elements of the approach light system or something like that. We're at 3.9. You can see if I just move the... Well, you can't see because the charts are in the way. So 339. Very low here, so we have to wait till 3 miles, and if at 3 miles you can see the airfield, which is all the way down here, you can then continue the approach. That's essentially how it works. Alright. You can obviously get down to that altitude much lower there. This has been the worst demonstration I think I've ever done of a instrument approach, really. And I think if I put the autopilot on instead of hand flying it would have worked a lot better. Lessons learned from an educational perspective. Carb heat. There is no carburetor heat on this aircraft. It's I believe fuel injected or has some sort of fuel pump which eliminates that fact. But yeah, I'm very sorry. That was the worst demonstration ever. I'm very disappointed in myself, really. In showing that. I'll just pretend that never happened and just pretended it was a VFR flight. Anyway, we are going to do a touch and go here. Alright, we're going to do a touch and go. That's the end of the approach, as it were. Let me show the charts again. So once we've done the touch and go, we're going to make a right turn and head straight to La Gomera, which is here to the east. And I think what we'll do there, we're going to swap aircraft and go into something a little bit faster from there. Longcat, NDB approaches are supposed to be continuous descent these days. Yes, Longcat. This had a bit of everything: continuous descent, continuous climb, wrong turns. Let's just hope that there was no flight instructors watching this approach today. Let's take a notch of flaps, a bit high, but that's fine on aircraft like this. Stanky Bang, it is fuel injected. Currently flying this plane in real life. Fantastic. I tell you what, I missed the 737. I missed the Zebo mod. Far better at flying it than these old tin cans. Right, again, Pappies, an aircraft like this, you can fly a slightly steeper approach. It's not the end of the world, but I will recapture. Let's go full flaps, get to 65 knots. Very windy here as well, guys, don't forget. Look at that, I'm already being drifted downwind. And this is El Hierro. The wind, remember, very strong. Didn't it say it was coming from 330? Now looking at my meta on my phone, just trying to work out which direction the wind's coming from. 340 at 21 apparently. It looks like in the sim though, the wind's coming from the other direction. Looks like it's coming from the east. Not sure. Right, anyway, let's see if I can at least butter this. Cut the power. Yeah, it looks like the wind's coming from the wrong direction. Right, let's hold off a little bit high here in the flare. Oh, waiting for that stall horn. Right, we're down. Right, full power. Carb heat will go in. Let's go flaps up. And rotate. There we are. First sector complete. And pitch for 70 knots. My goodness. I am... That NDB approach, man. So sorry, really. I'm so sorry. And remember, guys, these streams are for entertainment purposes only, not for educational. Certainly not educational in this case. Look, it's even sequenced, I think, to our next destination, which is Golf Charlie, Golf Mike, which is La Gomera. So we'll make that turn now and head en route. Perfect. Amazing. Well, we didn't quite reach 1,000 likes, but if you are enjoying watching a real 737 captain making an absolute dog's dinner of instrument approaches today in the default system Microsoft Flight Sim, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. Wonderful. What map tool are you using? How is it linked into the game? That is Navigraph, and it's a separate client. I'm using the Navigraph client, and you can show that as in Streamlabs, streaming software. 100% educational. Number one, don't turn stage left. I said perfect night. I said it's not been 100% educational. They never are. Oh, don't we get a coffee in El Hierro? Plainly, unfortunately not today. It's a whistle-stop tour of the Canaries. Thanks for subscribing anyway. Cal Bergner, Son of Moore, and N34RA. Kidove, I would trust you as my pilot any day. See, I can fool anyone. C17, 100% education on how not to do an NDB approach. Ouch. Ouch. They're very hurtful comments. Lord Unicorn, I was in Fuerteventura 3 days ago. It's going to be so cool to see the airport again. We're heading that way, slowly but surely. This, guys, is where I actually filmed a tutorial, remember? La Gomera to Tenerife in Microsoft Flight Simulator, released it as a separate video. Looking good. Right, what instrument approaches do we have here then? Let's see if there's a second approach. Let's see if there's a second instrument approach here, and where I can perhaps demonstrate it a little bit better. I'll check my Navigraph charts. Let me just get up to 2,000 feet, get the automation in, and then I'll observe the charts again. So nice visiting the island at least. Thank you very much, Matsy, for the €5. The alerts are broken, so I will call that out for you. Thank you very much. Hi, Captain, as always. Thank you for the great content. Appreciate your work. It's very kind of you, Matsy. Looking beyond that last approach flown. Welcome to the stream, and it's a very kind donation. Thank you. Right, there's 2,000. I vote that we do a VOR approach as well, because NDB on this is very difficult. And I must stress that this is perhaps more difficult, and I'm not saying this so you can think, oh, I could put this is more difficult in real life, but in the real aircraft, I don't have the distraction of streaming and looking at chat, and you know, you've briefed it, when you brief charts, you brief them very thoroughly prior to the approach. You know exactly what you're doing, which way to turn after the outbound course. This is just me trying to hand fly, brief it very quickly. I didn't even look at the minimums, hence why I went right below 1800. That's my excuse anyway. Right, let's get some automation in here. 2,000 feet, autopilot, nav, altitude. Again, it wants to go to 2,100, and put that to GPS. There we go. Thank you very much to Steve Mayer for the £10. Very kind. I think you might need this towards a Captain Morgan's after the stream. Thank you very much, Steve Mayer. It is a stream. I don't drink on streams, but I'll get myself a stiff drink post-stream. Thank you very much, buddy. Wow, got a bit of a headwind now, like 100 knots and 78 knots ground speed, unfortunately. Right, let's got the GPS in. Let's enjoy some of the views here together. Then we'll see what extra approach we have available for the next approach. It's great. I love how the water looks in the sim as well. Thanks for subscribing, Rollywood TM. Welcome forward, sir. Love that view. That's really cool. Awesome. Amazing. Right. Let's see what approach is available here. So Navigraph charts. Why is the alert box not working for super chats? I have no clue. It's turned on. Super chat is turned on. No clue at all. No clue at all. I'm doing my best to see it all there. If I have missed someone, I must apologise. I really must, because I am trying my best to see what's going on here in the background. Cool. Right, I'm just going to have a look at Navigraph here. Well, let's have a look at it together, guys. Let's put myself into a nice view. There we go. So, let's open Navigraph charts. Let's see if I can do it some more justice. So here we are on the second sector. Now, we've got a long way to go here. But I'm not doing anything early tomorrow morning, so as long as it takes. And we're going to go into something much faster. In fact, I might even jump in a business jet or something for the long sector here, I think, from Tenerife north. Let's have a look at let's see what we have available here. So they have a VOR and DME. Well, let's get that tuned now. So where's the frequency for this? 116.0, okay. So 116.0. Just put that to nav. Excellent. So we have the VOR active. We should already be on the radial direct to the station. We're around a 250 radial. Going to. There we are. So I can now navigate using GPS or VOR. We're directly on the 256 radial from Legumera. I got absolutely slated for the pronunciation of this on the stream there, so I can use either. I'm going to stick to GPS navigation. It's going to be more accurate. So nav, there we go. Let's also clear this. Now, how do I get to just the map view? There we go. It's got 21 minutes to go. Yeah, let's have a look at what instrument approaches we have available, guys. So Is there any charts here? There are. So the wind here. We don't have any instrument approaches available, I'm afraid. So it's just going to be. There's a vicinity chart. What is one of these? I've never seen a vicinity chart before. No instrument approach procedure established. All right. Well, that's fine. We're going to do a visual straight-in approach for runway. Oh my goodness me! The wind is variable at 10, gusting 24. Lovely. Well, I think we're going to go for runway 09 then. It's generally prevailing winds from the northeast this time of the year in the Canaries. There you go. That's a decent enough excuse now. I can't screw up any approach if there's nothing there. But Tenerife has plenty of approaches available, VOR and ILS. I'll hopefully justify that then. Bavarian Eagle, are there any aircraft carriers around? Fantastic. If there was, guys, on a stream like this, yes, we'd be certainly looking to jump on the deck there. The Brown B-58 and the DA-60 are also fun. Right, guys, let me know in chat what aircraft we're going to be taking then for our second sector from La Gomera to Tenerife South. Let me know in chat. Thanks a lot to Supreme Beats, Afine Suckersass, and Chris Lee for joining subscribers. Welcome on board. Airbus A320, Cirrus, A380, King Air. Maybe your favourite Airbus. I might do the Airbus on the longer sector. TBM 930 or King Air. I think those are the sort of aircraft I was thinking about. Yeah, something fast in GA for sure. Yeah, this is taking a little bit longer. I mean, this whole stream is taking a little bit longer. On the second sector, we're nearly halfway along how far I thought I would be. But we did have issues with Microsoft Flight Sim right at the start. Yeah, probably not a complex jet because I have to set it all up and that takes time. I think the King Air could be a good shout. Yeah, I see a lot of King Air requests coming in here. TBM. I think it's between TBM and King Air. Guys, it's a democracy, alright? I've seen a lot of TBMs and King Air requests here. I'm going to put it to a straw poll, alright? And then you guys can vote on it. I'll post a link in chat. So straw poll, create a poll. Create a poll. What aircraft are we taking next? So options are TBM or King Air. Create poll. And here comes the link, guys. It's democracy. I've got 1900 of you watching, and you guys can then choose which aircraft flight. So here we go, 3, 2, 1. There's the link, guys, so don't lose it in chat. And that way we can decide what to select. Oh my goodness, we've hit 1,000 likes. Superb. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate all the support. Outstanding. Also, a lot of new subscribers joining it here today. Guys, we have 64,900 subscribers. Let's see if during the stream we can reach 65,000 subscribers. So if you're new to the stream, don't forget to subscribe. We only have around 100 subscribers to go. Very, very close. Now I'm going to refresh the straw poll just to see how the vote's going. My goodness. Oh, it's close. 111 votes. 54% for the King Air, 45% for the TBM. That's very tight. That's very tight. Thank you very much, Andreas Morel, for the 59 Swedish krona. Great Friday night stream. What is the best starter plane to learn for a beginner? Thank you very much, Andreas Morel. Welcome on board, sir, and glad you are enjoying the video. Andreas, have a look at the Microsoft Flight Simulator included tutorials. They are pretty basic, but for someone who's new to simming, it will give you the absolute basics in the little Cessna 152 to get yourself started. Then I'd recommend, once you completed those flying lessons that come with the sim, you take that aircraft that you learned to fly in the sim and choose some destinations, choose some VFR flights. There is an absolute huge amount of choice on YouTube. You've got all sorts of videos from all sorts of guys who give you all the experience guidance you need, from everything to VFR flying, which is sort of what we're doing today, right up to sort of where my tutorials and streams come in. Mine are probably for the more advanced simmer who are wanting to fly aircraft like the 737 exactly as we do every single day. And that's what my streams are primarily about. So I loosely follow our SOPs. They're not always exactly the same. They're tailored, in fact, for flying a desktop simulator. But yeah, enjoy the flight sim community. I mean, that's why a lot of people ask me, dude, you fly the aircraft for real. Why on earth are you still simming? Well, it's my roots, guys. I've been simming for 20 years. And it's so fun. I mean, I'm sat here in my office flying over our virtual planet. I can't tell you how wicked this is. I've been talking to colleagues about it, and the colleagues are like, it's so cool, this new game. It really is. Really, really is. Thanks a lot for the subscription, buddy. Come on, guys. Vote TPM, says Thrust Vector. It's tight. It's very, very tight. So we've got 14 minutes to go. 15 minutes or so. Nice, easy approach. So you can see here's La Gomera. There's Tenerife in the distance there. And guys, if you are waiting, we will be going online at some point. I'm going to do some of these flights online, so some of you can join along. We can do a nice formation flight with you here. If you have social media or have Instagram, go check out my Instagram story. I've got a couple of clips from the other day, which I think you'll enjoy from work, and also you've got a map of what we're doing and what we're doing today. Thank you very much to iSuttiger for the £3.75. Very kind. Great stream so far. Very much a start. Exactly. You've watched my videos before. You're watching from Louisiana after Laura has passed. For information, you must assign both a tail number and a call sign. They have separate fields. So iSuttiger. Is that why I can't see Golf Foxtrot Delta Tango Sierra there? That would be the reason. Thank you very much for that tip there. Very, very kind. Is Louisiana after Laura? Is that the hurricane there? I think it could be the hurricane you're referring to. I think I'm a little bit behind the news there. Thank you very much, Freckles. Freckles Shirley Aviation. Yeah, I did see some sort of reference in Discord earlier about that. £21.50. When is the loop that we had promised last stream? Keep up the good work, and surely you can't be serious, Kappa. Thank you very much, Freckles. I'm not going to do a loop in this aircraft. Very, very kind of you, sir. Welcome on board. Oh my god, my goodness, guys, we just passed 65,000 subscribers. Amazing. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, all of you. Hey, that's correct, Captain. It is the hurricane. Thank you. I'm a little bit behind the news. We're so busy outside of work and streaming at the moment, which is why I've not been so good at responding to comments at the moment, and why I quite like Microsoft Flight Simulator as well. Not only does it just come out, but it's it's very easy for me to set up the sim. I just essentially jump in, but I will be doing at least a twin Microsoft Flight Sim X-Plane 11 stream on Sunday, or just X-Plane 11 Zemo mod, so that you guys can enjoy the 737 then. How's this straw poll getting on? I'm going to repost the link as well. I'm just going to refresh the poll here. It's definitely looking like King Air, 142 votes still. So here is the poll again. It's certainly looking like the King Air for the next sector, and I'm going to do it for the next 2 sectors as well. And then we'll go from there. Chef 1995, I love your streams, dude. Thank you for your time. Most welcome, Chef. It's great fun. I love returning to my simming roots and running the channel. It's really good fun. Progress, where we've got a very strong headwind here. Here's the our Shadow 2. Not sure what's causing this sort of visual effect here. You see how it's like a different shade of blue? Not sure what that's about. But yeah, that water just looks really, really good. Thank you very much, Bloke75, for the €10 donation. Very kind. Prize of a pint and a packet of crisps. You deserve it. Thank you very much, Bloke75. You seem like the sort of bloke that enjoys a pint and a packet of crisps. Thank you very much, Bloke75. If I was down at the pub with you now, I'd be giving you a chink of the glass, and we'd be having a pack of Ready salted. Well, there's other crisps available at Walker's. Thank you very much, Bloke75. I dare say you're probably in the pub in the corner watching this on your phone. Amazing. Thank you very much, buddy.
30,
Wait, is that the
20,
the thing that's working now? No, it's no, I don't know why it's not coming up with the super chat ones, but that was again L Such Gear for the £1.50. Thank you very much. It says, haha, it's LSU Louisiana State University, Tiger, but you sure made it interesting. Thank you very much, L Such Gear. Thank you very much indeed. Renato, do you know the dry operating weight for this aircraft? No clue. Agree with pork scratchings. My partner won't agree with that. She's a veggie, but I do like pork scratchings. Absolute class. Andy, you may need to update or refresh the API for Super Chat. I have no clue what that is, Andy. No clue, I'm afraid, buddy. But yeah, it's definitely not working. As you can see, it's on because if the donos are coming through Streamlabs, it's pinging them, and the membership ping's working, but the other one is not working. Autopilot's been fixed. Yeah, I mean it's rock solid. 2,100. About the large aircraft, I'm not so sure. But yeah, we're kind of cheating here. It's just very easy now. 2,100, maintaining the GPS path. We're not even anywhere off it. About 9 minutes to go, guys, and then we'll change aircraft. Check the Streamlabs site, says Andy. I'll try and do that in the background here. Ah, what? Streamlabs reboot. That mean I'd have to shut the stream down. It doesn't matter. Liam T, he's going to try and fix it mid-stream, I know. Captain wants a quiz tonight. No, guys, if you are interested, keep your Sunday afternoon and evening clear in your diary. On Sunday, we'll be streaming again in Microsoft Flight Simulator, possibly, definitely X-Plane 11, I'm hoping both of them. And I will be conducting, for the first time in a long time, our stream. I'll also be doing a merchandise giveaway as well, and maybe a few other bits and pieces too, on a flight. I'm going to have a look at what events we have on VATSIM. But stay tuned on social media pages. I'm going to try and get everything published tomorrow, so I don't have to do so much setting up. But yeah, we're going to go somewhere in Europe. I haven't decided on the route yet. Steve Jenkins is a bit placid at the moment. Anyone's seen an aircraft carrier? I haven't seen any aircraft carriers, I'm afraid. Right, I'm having a look here at my alert box in Streamlabs, but it's all ticked. It says everything is turned on. Your alert box. Oh, I don't want to press too much here. No clue. No clue why that's not working. New alert. Interrupt the on-screen alert. Test Super Chat. I'm going to test it now.
50,
Right, that's me testing it
30,
again.
20,
But it's working.
10,
So I don't know. That's been testing it through the web browser. No clue. No clue. Right, 6 minutes to go, guys. So if we look straight ahead, we should hopefully have something there. It's a little bit needs to be loaded into the sim a little bit, the scenery. So it will come. Might get a little bit of mechanical turbulence here as well. Thanks for subscribing, Alex55. Have a Tov, welcome aboard. Dundalk, as a 737 pilot, what is your order of preferences regarding approach types in real life and why? Well, now I've moved to the left-hand seat, Dundalk. I quite like easy days, if I'm honest, because now you're fully responsible for anything, so I don't mind an ILS when I see them. However, if the weather's great and looking good, I would request a visual on certain approaches. In fact, the Canary Islands, a few opportunities to fly visual approaches. When it comes to flying non-precision approaches like NDB, VOR, RNAV with just the lateral guidance, what we call without LNAV, VNAV performance, we use the FMC for all the approaches now. So we just have to, if it's VOR, you have to have the VOR tuned, NDB, etc. But all approaches essentially flow the same using the FMC database, using LNAV, and very, very rarely it would require an FMC issue or failure would we have to fly a little bit more conventionally, say with heading select and vertical speed. But yeah, ILS is by far my preferred option, for sure. Tino, thank you a lot for the $3. Hello from SoCal. What planes have you flown in real life? Thank you very much, TL. Not a huge amount. Gliding, started with gliding, flown a glider called the Phuket. When I did my PPL, it's on a 150 and 172. My CPL, I went to Oxford Aviation Academy. My hour building and then again was on the Piper Warrior. My instrument rating of CPL was on the Piper Seneca 2s. And I joined my current outfit in 2011, where I've flown the 737 now for over 9 years. So that's every aircraft I've flown. I've flown in a few other bits on kind of friends' planes, and I've flown in an extra helicopters and stuff like that. But itself, what I've logged in, I logged with that's those are the aircraft. Thanks a lot for the super chat, buddy. Right. 4 minutes to go, guys. I'm looking straight dead ahead. What is the elevation of this airfield? It's probably on this plateau here. It is... elevation is 800 feet, so we're only... what are we at? 2,000 feet, so only 1,300 feet above airport elevation, so it's probably on a little bit of a hill here. In fact, there it is, look. There is La Gomera. So we'll disconnect very shortly, start descending. Go straight in. Expact Merlin, what does approaching minimums mean? Very good question. So let me fire up a chart for you. There's no instrument approaches here, so what the minimums are, they're the point at which we must either we must be visual with some elements depending on what approach you've flown. For example, a typical Cat 1 ILS or a non-precision approach, you need to have some elements of the approach lighting system in there. Let's see if we can get some Tenerife South charts for you. So ILS Zulu, for example. So here's your minimums. You have different categories based off your aircraft. So category C is 737, for example, 435 feet. We have to set that as a bug on our altimeter or PFD, and this is the height at which you must be visual to be able to continue the approach. For a Cat 1, you need to have some element of the approach lighting system. For a threshold, if it's a Cat 2 or Cat 3, there's a little bit more stringent. You need a certain amount of approach lights on final. But yeah, for example, you fly the ILS once you're 247 feet above the ground on final. You need to have an element of the approach lighting system. That's what the minimums are. And when you're approaching minimums, that means you're approaching that height there. Right. Anyway, let's concentrate on the flight here. We're approaching the runway here very, very quickly. In fact, so let's now disconnect the autopilot. Slowly reduce the power to around 1700 RPM. Start descending. Yes, slight issue with the water here. I've noticed a few little airports, they have a few bugs like that. We never lean the mixture, but yeah, get your landing rates in, guys. We'll be touching down in around 2.5 minutes, and then we're going to fly. I think we'll have a look at the straw poll. We'll take the next sector to Tenerife. Guys, if you just joined the stream, welcome aboard. If you're new, don't forget to subscribe to stay up to date with the content as well. Don't replay the last approach of the NDB. It is a complete waste of time. You're definitely not going to learn how to fly an NDB approach on that. That's one there. Looking good here, but look at this terrain. Apart from the water climbing up the cliff, it's spectacular. Absolutely beautiful. And when I fly into Tenerife here, we usually land on runway 07 as a common approach here, and I've flown it many times. You see La Gomera out the right-hand window. It looks absolutely fantastic. Whoa! That's not me! What is going on? Now that made me jump. That was not me. I made no input on the controls there. I think that is something to do with the fact that it's 25 knots rumbling off the terrain here. Guys, and I know you might think that sounds unrealistic, but it can happen. You can have really dangerous downdrafts from terrain off this. Tenerife, in fact, is you can get very dangerous wind shear on the approach to runway 07 there. So look at the wind gust on my airspeed. Okay, that was a bit interesting. Oh, I'm sinking here. Crikey, what was that? Cool, blimey, that is rocking about. Honestly, that was me making no input on the control forces there. That made me jump. Whoa, I think that is a downdraft as well. Wow, that's crazy. It's all these external factors. Look at the crosswind, look. Well, I'm guessing that's something to do with the wind model over the terrain. Right, I'm going in way too fast. Cut the power. Let's get it on the deck quick. That was crazy. Probably going to get the same into Tenerife as well. Lovely. That was a lovely touchdown. Right. Not so good about the centerline tracking. God, there's such a strong crosswind. So you see the wind coming in here from the right. If I let go of the rudder, look how the aircraft is. Hold on here. Right. Correct me if I'm wrong. Wind's coming from the right. It should be pushing the rudder. The aircraft should be weathercocking this way. But if I let go of the stick, it's going left. It should be going right. Surely. I should be using left rudder. Oh, did you see that? Look at the windsock just changed direction. I'm not sure what's going on. It's weathercocking in the wrong direction as far as I'm concerned. Knowing my luck tonight, I probably landed at the wrong airport as well. That was interesting. So now where's the wind coming from in the sim? Yeah, that's much more sense. Look, wind's coming from the left. Hold on here. Yeah, that's better. Now it's making sense. Wind's coming from the left. Weathercocking to the left. That's correct. Interesting. Interesting flights these have been this evening.
A bit twitchy again.
I'm a bit twitchy. I don't know, did he crash then? For those of you new to stream as well, my partner's just walked in, wondering why on earth am I streaming this evening and not spending the time with her.
I was helping it the whole time.
No, I'm only joking.
I'm actually glad you're streaming.
Oh, okay. Thanks a lot. Yes, that was really confusing for my head because I was thinking the wind's coming from the left, so why am I applying the incorrect rudder to maintain centerline? But it looks like the windsock just changed. Right, let's get ourselves into position here. Yes, unfortunately you have to be quite close before the windsock updates and shows the correct info. Ah, okay. Well, the METAR here at the moment is showing variable at 25 knots, so that's probably why it's so dodgy. Right, let's just park here. And I'll check the straw poll vote as well. Oh look, I'm actually getting marshalled. Oh, she's saying stop. Oh, that's really cool. I didn't actually know you got marshalling guidance. That's super. Right, let's jump into the flight deck. So, checklist. Right, so taxi. Well, it's already all off. Look, off. Strobes can come off as well. We do another mag check prior to shutting the engine down, and we'll call that a day. Let's pull the mixture. Fantastic. Well, we made it eventually. A Bond DB approach, and then we nearly crashed into the Gamora. We're doing very well, guys, so far this evening. Fantastic. Well, we're around a third of the way through the stream. It's going to be a late one for those of you in Europe. We'll crack on. Let's quit here, and I'll check the straw poll vote to see which aircraft we're going to be taking to Tenerife South. So again, let's just quickly show you here on the charts. Let's close that. So we've just completed our second sector. We're here. We're now going to take, let's have a look at the straw poll here. So it was the King Air. King Air with 53% of the votes, super tight, 160 votes to the TBMs, 137. So we're going to fly the King Air. Again, this is probably not going to help either. I've no experience flying this aircraft at all. I've never flown a turboprop my entire career. So world map. We've got a few people here trying to join us online, but I must apologise. We will go online soon, guys. I promise. I'm just going to do a couple of sectors here. What I'm going to do is go from here, La Gomera, to Tenerife South, touch and go, and then we're going to go to Tenerife North, obviously very famous for the world's worst aviation accident. So yeah, God bless all those people. And let's start here there in the King Air. So let's go 2 turboprops. King Air. Never flown this aircraft at all. Take a full tank of gas again. I will need it probably. And someone said change the tail number as well. Yes, sorry, it is tail number. Maybe it was just call sign. That's why it didn't work last time. Okay. Flight conditions. We're not going to have live time. We're going to have 12 hours behind Zulu, so 21:44. So put 9:44 here. There we are. So we're 12 hours behind live time. Live weather is on. And we're going from La Gomera, which is GCGM. Is that not typing? GCGM to Tenerife South, which is GCTS. 8 minutes. It's super close, guys. Super close. Direct GPS. Let's park on. I'm going to start with the engines running on the runway, guys. Otherwise, the stream will go on forever. So runway 09. I'm just going to have a little quick look at the wind here. Yeah, it still says variable at 5, gusting 16, and they've got a tempo for gusting 22. Interesting winds there tonight. Right. Let's fly. Let's go. Rook Hotel number is what is shown inside and outside the plane. Call sign is ATC. I got that. I think I just got a bit muddled up with the setting. That's exactly how it works in real life too. Volts check. Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 is still no good for realistic planes yet. We'll need to wait a lot for third-party people to release normal planes. Yeah, I agree with you to a point there. The complex aircraft are nowhere near to the immersion a lot of people expect with the high-quality third-party add-ons like the Zebo Mod and PMDG. Oh, I don't want ATC. But yeah, the general aviation aircraft are great, I think. Oh, Christ. What have I done? Another difficult aircraft I have no clue how to fly. Parking brake. Is it going to do that the whole time the parking brake's set? Oh my goodness me. Right, what approach are we going to be flying? An ILS, I think. Because I have... Whose idea was to fly this aircraft? At least the reg is correct. That's the only bonus. That is unbelievably annoying. Right, now how on earth do we tune an ILS on this aircraft? Oh, I have no clue. What have I done? Why didn't we just stay in the Cessna at least? That dinging is going to make me furious. Press the master warning. Now, here's to be...
warning, okay.
Thanks, Clive. I just want to be able to set navigate. How do I set an ILS? ILS nav frequency up. No clue. Absolutely clueless. I know how to tune it. Click on split, then in the bottom bar of the GPS. That'll be for tower. Oh wow, this is posh. Aha. Nav 1 frequency. Let's have a little look here, guys. So all I'm going to do is tune up the ILS straight away. 109.7. There we go. This is unbelievable. How cool is this? Enter. Now, how do I change this so it has no longer displays nav data? Thank you very much to SM Sabir, that made me jump. Welcome aboard as a member, glad you enjoyed the content. Don't know how you are. I see what you mean. Find these really complex aircraft. I mean, this is really complex compared to a 7.3. I miss my 7.3 so much, really. Nav 1 frequency, 109.7 active frequency. Oh no, what have I done now? What have I done now? Right, is that active? Click CDI. Where is CDI? Where is CDI? Where is CDI? I'm so sorry, guys, really. And this is why. Oh, you can listen to nav radios. This is fantastic, says Dad. Not sure about that. Try the bearing button on the PFD. Not sure if that will do it. Where is that button? Ah! Nav 1. Ah, there we go. Nav 1. I saw it saying no data. Nav 1, no data. Okay. CDI source VOR1, VOR2, FMS1, VOR1 probably. Alright, well, is that definitely tuned? Com1. Nav 1 frequency. Active frequency 1. It's saying 0.00. I think I'm just going to... guys, I'm just going to go. I'm just going to do it visual. That's, you know, I've never flown an aircraft, but yeah, it requires some serious tuition. Right, let's go. It'll be a VFR flight all of a sudden. No, this is really slow to accelerate. Wow. I thought it'd be a little bit quicker here. Parking brake's definitely released, that's what I was checking. Yes, visual only 8 minutes. Yeah, I know. I would have spent more time setting up the goddamn systems and trying to tune the ILS frequency before we even got airborne. Well, around I can do 85 knots. Whoa. That wind's being changed all over the place. I feel like we're lacking a bit of performance here. Oh my goodness me, really? There we go, now it's accelerating. So the RPM I should think is full. Now we're going. A little bit turbulent again. There we are. Yeah, not the best aircraft for me to demonstrate the ILS because I don't know how to work any of the systems. I don't know how to tune anything. Someone said the TBM's a lot more intuitive. Like, the 737, guys, the NG, is essentially a 50-year-old aircraft, and what I love about the 737 so much, it's very conventional. It's a very conventional aircraft. You've got your pedestal in the middle. You just simply tune your nav aids, your courses on the MCP, and you're good to go. You know, as we demonstrated on my first ever kind of public live stream, flying the 787 and the 747 8, isn't it? 747-8. They again have more complex systems or more automated systems where you tune the ILS and the FMC. Again, I'm not used to that. The beauty of the 737 is very old school. So when I try flying aircraft with these very sophisticated and smart avionics suites, no clue how to program them. Thank you very much to the Wiz100. Welcome aboard as a member, sir. Glad you're enjoying the content. And welcome aboard, sir. Right, I'm very sorry because I was really hoping to demonstrate a little bit more kind of instrument flying today. And I knew myself as even the Tupolev guys, the Tupolev TU154, which I've streamed in, I'm more comfortable in navigating than this. Really, I am. That's because I took the time to learn how to fly that aircraft. Which is very rewarding. So yeah, guys, if you have X-Men 11, check out Felis's Tupolev. Absolutely sensational. Someone says, see no curvature, fly higher. Oh no, oh no. Well, I thought I tuned the ILS, but I've got no, it says no data. I'm going to at least try and get that ILS tuned. Looks great though. King Air's a great aircraft. I've got a friend that's flown the King Air 200 V200. I think I'd prefer that because it's all gauges and needles. Can you crack open the left window? I don't think so. Flight plan. nav 1 frequency. There it is, 1097, but I want it as active. 10970. Enter. No data. And we're literally 24 miles away. Well, it could be that we need to get a bit closer. In reality, I'd think you'd be picking up the ILS there. Yeah, this is fancy. I mean, this is... There's not a single needle in sight. Oh, there we go. Look, you've got 2 needles here showing how much fuel you've got. And that's it. I miss my steam gauges, guys, really. I'm not the right person to do an aircraft like this justice, I'm afraid. But, we are knocking the islands out one by one. There's 3,000 feet. Oh, transfer. Okay. Why is it not enter? Ah, look at that, guys! You'd make fantastic first officers. We have an ILS. Amazing. Alright, well, I'll tell you what, I'll try my best to fly this raw data. How does that sound? I'm only going to fly it, once we get close to the localizer here, I'm going to fly it using just this instrument. I've got everything I need. Speed, localizer, glide slope, altitude. How about that? Does that sound like a plan, guys? It works, at least. Like I said, the system, I think it's fantastic. I guess it all works correctly, but when you have no clue, when you're unfamiliar with a particular type, you're no better than the person next to you. Liam T, nearly 1,000 people telling him the answer. Exactly. Right, we'll keep on this, give ourselves a little bit of a better intercept heading here. We've got DME here of 18 miles. Let's make a slight left turn. I'm going to maintain 3,000 feet here as well.
20, 10.
Thank you again, Andy, for another generous donation. That's really kind of you, again.
Well, I've got to go to bed as I'm at work at stupid o'clock in the morning. Hopefully the wind will have dropped, so I won't need a quarter turn on the wheel to keep my bus straight on the road. I'll catch up on the stream on Sunday. Stay safe, everyone.
That's very kind, Andy. Everyone, I think you should say goodnight to Andy for that. That's very kind. Andy's one of my members and a bus driver. Fantastic generosity shown tonight. It's very, very kind. Really, I as you know, what I feel about these sort of things from the members and stuff. But it's very kind. Good luck, and I hope, yes, the wind has subsided slightly, so you're not driving around on 2 wheels. Best of luck, buddy. Sleep well, and speak soon. Awesome stuff. So I'll bring up the charts for you. Let me just get this bird in trim here. We're coming up to localizer intercept shortly. Oh, not in trim. There we go. So let's bring up the charts. There you go. Look, you can see we're what? Right. Okay. So somehow. Oh, we're now alive. Okay, right, right, look at my car. Right, that's it. I'm not looking outside now until we get to 200 feet. So, we're intercepting the localizer here. Runway heading is 074. I'm just going to go down to 3,000 feet now. Perfect. Let's maintain 3,000. We have how many miles to run? 13 miles, so... The ILS should be tuned, so I'm just doing the basic instrument scan. Here's the most important thing, your attitude. Your altitudes are getting a bit low, so let's pitch up. I'm going to start reducing speed now as well.
Landing here, landing here, landing here, landing here, landing.
Shut up!
Landing here.
That's going to get annoying. I just had a bit of power. So left of localizer, let's make that adjustment. See the glide slope, we're still full deflection up, which is fine. Let's go full here. How do I go full again? Resets. I want to go full screen. No, not having any of that. Right, so localizer, that's a nice heading to get back onto the localizer. Again, I'm about 100 feet high, so let's pitch up. What's the wind in Tenerife, guys? It is refreshing the METAR. 060 at 12, straight down the runway essentially. Happy days. So altitude's good. glide slope's now alive, guys. You can see the glide slope's coming in. Speed's a bit high. Yeah, let's slow down. What's the best final approach speed for a King Air? With a full load of fuel? So I could give you that. That would be great. Oops, don't descend just yet. Maintain 3,000. We have 10 miles to run. This is the distance. 130 knots. Okay, 130 knots. That sounds a bit fast. 500 knots. Very good. There's glide slope capture, alright. So what's our ground speed? Ground speed's 140, so times that by 5, that's 700. That should be roughly the rate of descent required to stay on the ILS for our present speed. See, we need to go a lot slower. 130 and slam it down. 130 seems a bit fast. Oh, crikey. Localizer tracking's going off because I've not included it in my scan. I'm now trying to slow down. How fast can I be to select flaps? I feel 160 is a little fast. I'm going to try it. There's a notch of flaps. Whoa, that ballooned up. There we go. You've got the runway here. It makes it so easy. I mean, do the diamonds have this when you're doing your instrument rating? Do you have this little runway depiction? It makes it so much easier. So much easier. 110 sounds about right. I'm dropping the gear because he's not going to shut up. Radio altimeters come alive. Posh aircraft. Take another notch of flaps. That's going to slow us down. Look at our ground speed decreasing now. Someone said 130 knots. It's getting a bit bumpy now. Trimming those down. There's about 130. I need full RPM here as well. Oh, I've got to take my feet. I've got to take my eyes away for 1 second. Right, not too far. Perfect. Speed's a tad low. Getting a bit low on that glide slope. Guys, get your landing guesses in. There seems to be a strong wind coming from the left. It did say 060 on the METAR, but I'm having to make a much bigger heading adjustment. Ground speed's around 90 knots, so we want to be doing around 500 feet per minute to stay on the ILS. Glide slope. That is a big course correction. No, localizer saying fly right now. Perfect. Now, this is useful because I think this is a track up display, so we know the final approach track. I mean, wind's so blustery. Speed's getting a bit low here. Wind's so blustery, my track's changing every few seconds, but glide slope's good. It's I would admit this is cheating. Like, having the runway here is cheating. I should be in the Cessna 150 doing this, really. Alright. Localizer showing full left. I'm sure you can appreciate the view would look lovely outside. Quickly go out there, look. There you go, look. Can't even see the runway still. Jump back in. Will Bewley? Unbelievable. Will, you should be a member. Unbelievable. Will, one of my members. Well, I think he's left as a member. He's just paid 5 months membership just like that. So don't. Oh, you're crazy. Thanks for £45, really. I'm afraid it's broken, the alert box, but I did just catch that in the corner of my eye because I'm a professional streamer. I've got monitors all round. Thanks, Will. Occasional members, just list them in. Right, anyone remember what the minimums were for this approach? Tad higher, our 1 dot high on the glide slope. Localizer's looking okay. Someone tell me what the minimums are. Well, we'll base it off around 250 RA. Speed's okay. Left click on the PFD for options. Oh, I don't want to start doing this now. Oh, no, don't. I've just nearly lost my guidance. 500! Really low on the glide slope, though. I've missed him. Right. We're getting really close to the runway now. Perfect. Right, guys, I think it's about time I pop my head up. There we go! 3 reds, 4 reds. It's sinking. Well, that was a rough demonstration of an ILS. wonderful. I feel like I'm going way too fast. Let's bring the speed back to around 100 knots now. See if we can butter out. Cut the power. Ooh, floating. I did lower the gear, didn't I? Joking. Come on. Come on. Oh, you beauty. The longest float you'll ever see, though. There's full reverse. That makes up for my shoddy NDP approach earlier. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tenerife. That would be a lovely replay to do. If it was such a thing, but it isn't. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tenerife South. In the King Air. I think I'd love, you know, that's the sort of aircraft where I'd like to sit down with a manual and learn to play with these systems, because this is how the aircraft come out the factory now. Glass cockpits, sophisticated automation, far more systems. I mean, this terrain and runway screens are absolutely awesome. I'd love to have that. Love to have that in the 7.3. Great. Great. Will build it again. He says that float though for 5. Will, I seriously will. And you're a young chap. You save those pennies, buddy. Save them up, please. I'll have a chat with you later, I think. Will, Marianne, I have a word. Unbelievable. Welcome to Tenerife South, ladies and gentlemen. We'll taxi on to stand. Next stop, Tenerife North. Expert, have you ever flown a Schiphol? No, I haven't. I'd like to, though. Never flown a Schiphol in my life. Let's go next to the Airbus here. Tenerife Airport, again, I've flown to several times. Obviously, the terminal's not depicted, but the terrain looks just like real life. It looks fantastic. Probably can't come in on this direction. I don't want a marshaller. No, I can't see any stands with a marshaller here, so I'll just take this one. Creaking away. Perfect. I've no clue what aircraft we're going to take for the next sector. Crikey. Oh, I thought I was going to go straight into it. Soon sort of parking out. Nothing to see here. Then he tips it over as well. Perfect. Right, let's cut the edges off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tenerife South. Perfect. Nothing to see here. That was close. Yes, don't set the parking brake or brake whilst you're going backwards. The aircraft will tip over. It is certainly a non-professional practice. But yeah, there we are. How many sectors have we ticked off now? We've done 1, 2, 3 sectors. Are we almost halfway? This is going to perhaps go on for a little bit longer. Guys, let me know in chat. What are we going to do for the next flight to Tenerife North, which is very close by? It's on the other side of this island. It's the only time we're not doing a kind of across the sea. We're doing an inter-island excursion. But yes, I'm not flying the King Air again. Nothing against the King Air. I think the add-on was probably great, but no clue how we're going to do it. The Cub. Now, I think the Cub might be a bit slow. I think the Cub might be a little bit slow. Let's see what the distance is here. World map. So, guys, again, checking the map where we're going today. I know a lot of you are quite interested. Again, guys, go check out Navigraph. It's a great subscription to have if you really want to take your flying seriously. So we're currently here. Look, we've not done that well. Look, we're there, and we're not. I mean, distance was like halfway. So very short hop to Tenerife North, and then we're going to go over to Gran Canaria, and what I'm going to do then is from Gran Canaria for these two sectors here, I'm going to go online for all of you to join from Gran Canaria to Fuerteventura, from Fuerteventura to Lanzarote. So those ones I'll go online for. So let's have a look here at Tenerife. It looks like people are joining me or already flying the same sectors, which is pretty cool. Let's just see what the distance is from Tenerife South to Tenerife North. GCXO, yes. So that is just 29 miles, so 7 minutes in the King Air. Caravan I could do, and then I'd be actually in a better position to demonstrate an instrument approach. What have we gone into Tenerife North? The wind right now in Tenerife North is often different to Tenerife South. It is 27011, so it'll be runway 30. We have an ILS approach available. We've got a VOR approach available, so I could fly VOR and just intercept the extended centerline. Tiger Moth, Learjet. Do you want me to take the Learjet? That'd be I think the Learjet would be better for the longer sector. This would be a good one to do a line aircraft with. Electric planes is Anthony. Yes, the Contraventus or whatever that aircraft was we flew. What do we fly, guys? What do we fly? I mean, it'd be a lovely flight for a GA, but this is a great one for me to demonstrate a. I might take the Baron because it's like the Seneca, and I can fly the approach there. The extra. No, I think this will be the last chance for me to demonstrate an instrument approach, and I'd like to actually do that prior to nights out. Now, I don't think the altitude selector works in this though, which is a pain. Caravan. What I'm going to do, guys, I think I'm going to take the Caravan because it has a useful automation system, so I can fly the VOR approach into Tenerife North. And then we'll take probably some sort of fast biz jet or something for the last two sectors just to bash them out. But yeah, let's do the Caravan. Oh no, Baron sounds good. I'm sorry, guys. I know I suggest all this stuff and then I just choose on my own. The Baron is good, but it has an altitude bug missing. They've removed, or it doesn't have the altitude bug, which is a right pain. So yeah, we'll take the Caravan, which I think is a little bit better modelled. And this will be the last one offline, guys. Okay. Cool. So let's press fly. I'll start on the runway as well, just to keep the show on the road. And then we'll have a look at the chart, the approach we're going to fly as well, so I can get it. I might get it a little bit set up prior to getting airborne, so then I can actually demonstrate an instrument approach a little bit better. Gillies, what server are you on? I'm offline at the moment, but the next sector will be online. I'll show everyone which server we're going to fly, and we'll have a little bit of fun. Thank you very much, Abby Coyotes, just joined as a member. Welcome aboard, glad you enjoyed the content. Enjoy your custom emojis in chat, and you're invited to our members only Discord as well. Thanks for subscribing as well, Carlos and Abor.
Foxtrot Delta Tango Sierra ready for departure to the north.
There's an A380 here.
Cessna Golf, Foxtrot Delta Tango Sierra cleared for takeoff runway 7 north, departure approved.
Perfect, so we've got our takeoff clearance whilst we're on the runway, fantastic. So let me just show you the charts, guys. So here we are in Tenerife South for our first, second, third, fourth sector to Tenerife North. We're going to fly the VOR approach into Tenerife North today. So let's tune that up straight away. You can see here 17.7. So this is a little bit... Again, it's a fancy pants cockpit, but I'm a little bit more proficient how to set it up because I had a bit of practice before. So 17.7, make that active. I have two. There we go. It's already got it active. We'll make that active on box 1 as well. 17.7 now. It says Tenerife North, so we don't need the voice ident if we have it here. Okay. Let's now have a look back at the charts. Bear with me, I'm trying to select the airport here. on earth? How do I... Oh. Right. I've just realised that the Tenerife North VOR isn't actually located on the station, so I've actually tuned the wrong VOR here. So they have a VOR approach, but that is okay. Interesting. So the actual final approach track is based off a different VOR, which is 116.2, and that has no. It does have DME. 116.2. That's really annoying. Alright, that at least has that correct one identified. Thank you very much, Economy Advisor. The 5 years. My last flight pilot command was 5 years ago, but you and the channel have inspired me to convert my license in Europe and get back in the air again. Cheers, dude. Thank you very much for your donation there, Economy Vibes. That's fantastic news. Obviously, the industry is in turmoil. All I can do is wish the best of luck to you and your move and stuff, and let's hope that we can learn to live with this coronavirus and get on with normal lives and people start flying again. But thank you very much, Economy Vibes. Very kind of you. Very, very generous. And best of luck, sir. Right, so Tenerife North then. We actually fly over the Tenerife North VOR and then fly inbound to Los Rodios Tenerife VOR. Final approach track is 296. Oops. Do that though. Oh my goodness me, that's extremely annoying. Set to CDR and current selected VOR. I need to select this too. HSI format 360. Yeah, I want to change the format from CDI. There we are. VOR 1, and I'm going to tune. What's that VOR again? 16.2. There we go. So that is now correctly tuned towards the VOR. Final approach track is 296. I'm setting this now, guys, because we're going to very quickly be on this approach. I just want to have it as much set up as possible. VOR 296. I don't know if there's any DME data. There it is. Fantastic. That's going to make my life considerably easier. Right, so we're going to fly this VOR approach shortly. I'm just going to get airborne now, and we're going to track the coastline, and then we'll intercept this VOR approach quite shortly. Right, so parking brake released. Or keep the flaps at the first D10 for takeoff. Full power. Let's go to Tenerife North. Again, best climb speed to this aircraft, unfamiliar with. Oh, I cannot wait to get a 737 in this sim, really. Right, let's rotate. We're airborne. That's the altitude alert because I didn't set it. Let's climb up to the platform altitude for this approach, which is 4,500 feet, guys. Going up to 4,500 feet. Flaps up. Climb up at around 100 knots or so. A big loss of lift from the flaps. There's the altitude selector. Let's put that to 4,500.
Cessna Delta Tango Sierra, continue for north departure. I will contact you next when you leave my airspace.
Thank you. I thought it was going to give me a right taking off without takeoff clearance. Oh, sorry, members, for the lack of tokens in chat as well. I hope you're doing very well. Thank you for everyone that's been here from the start as well. We've been streaming for 2 hours. It feels like I've been streaming a lot longer. We've been making all sorts of mistakes and issues today, but I hope you still enjoyed the show and my kind of absolute bodged instrument approaches. I'm going to try a little bit harder on this one to fly. We'll actually have a bit of a proper approach briefing once we get to 4,500 feet. We're only 28 miles away.
Sierra, did you hear my last transmission?
I sure did, Pablo.
Tower Cessna Golf, Foxtrot Delta Tango Sierra, continue for north departure.
Perfect, so we're going to track the coastline until we get to the north side here. Very... is it Mount Tied? Mount Tied in Tenerife? This is around 12,000 feet high, this mountain. Extremely high.
Cessna Delta Tango Sierra, you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
Ciao. Link for interactive map not working in description. So just type in Navigraph, guys. Navigraph. I don't know if they have a demo version, but it's a rolling subscription. It's around €8 a month. It's well worthwhile if you want to be taking your swimming very seriously. So up to 4,500 feet. Now I will give you a full approach briefing for this approach.
Cessna Delta Tango Sierra, acknowledge last transmission.
Oh my days.
Tower Cessna Golf, Foxtrot Delta Tango Sierra frequency change.
Bye. Are those the Garmin systems? I think so. I think these are the G1000s. I believe. I might be completely wrong. Climbing beautifully though, up to 4,500, which is the platform altitude for the VR approach we're flying today. Fly out in this direction over the sea until we get established on the final approach track for this approach. Got around 1,000 feet to go. Do we need to use trim to gain altitude, Vetty? That's not exactly how trim works. How trim works is you essentially balance the aircraft out. So if you're flying at a certain speed, if you imagine you have to keep pulling up on the stick or pushing down on the stick or the yoke to keep the aircraft level, you need to trim the aircraft out. You essentially need to balance out the forces, and that's what the trim does. Now I'll try and demonstrate that to you here when we level off how trim works when we get to 4,500 feet. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to level off, and I'm not going to trim the aircraft. I'm going to explain to you what I'm doing on the joystick here. Approaching our cleared altitude of 4,500 feet. Good. So here's 4,500. So I'm not going to trim the aircraft. I'm just going to hold the stick forward. Now at the moment it's in trim for around 100 knots or so. And what's happening as I accelerate, the nose wants to come up because we're going faster, there's more lift, so I'm having to continuously now push nose down as the aircraft accelerates. So I'll bring up the yoke here, it's quite hard to see there. So the aircraft is getting more and more out of trim now as we go faster, so I'm having to push down on the nose more, push down on the nose more. Now I'm just going to show you what happens, look. Now we're going to reduce the power. The aircraft's in trim for around 100 knots or so. I'm going to maintain around 140. And because we accelerated, look what happens when I let go of the joystick. Let go. See how the nose wants to come up on its own? So that is a completely out of trim. Look, no input whatsoever. The nose wants to come up. So let's get back to 4,500. There we go. A little bit aggressive, obviously. And what I'm going to do is reduce that power. And I'm going to trim now because the nose wants to come up. I need to trim nose down. As I'm changing the balance of the aircraft, and what that is, it varies here, but on the caravan here you see got this little tab here. It's called the trim tab, and essentially it moves where the elevator's natural resting position is. So now I'm pretty much in trim for around 140, 150 knots. All right. Now watch what happens when I let go of the stick. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Let go of the stick. Okay. There you go. I completely let go of the stick. We are slowly descending because I've pitched up. Let me just level off here. There you go. I've completely let go of the stick. The aircraft's in trim roughly for 4,500 feet. The nose doesn't want to come up. The nose doesn't want to come down. So, and then you just have to make very small inputs to maintain your altitude, which in this case is 4,500 feet. Again, if you type in YouTube how to trim an aircraft, I'm sure you'll find the guidance you need. And remember, guys, this is all for entertainment. Don't take on board whatever I'm saying to your first flying lesson. It's purely for entertainment, for a bit of fun. But it all works in the sim. What we do in real life works in the sim. Right, let's get the automation in here just so I can brief this approach. So we'll match the heading bug, and we'll select. What have we got here? I need to turn the dot thing on. There we go. Autopilot, heading, altitude. So autopilot's maintaining our present heading and maintaining 4,500 feet. Great. That means I can relax a little. Don't have to all that capacity manually flying the aircraft. Right, so let's have a look at this approach chart then, guys. So here is the approach we're going to be flying today. It's the Tenerife North Canary Islands VOR approach runway 30. So what we're going to do, we're coming in here from the south and we're going to intercept outside of 14 miles here. Hopefully I'll intercept around 17, 18 miles. And we're going to maintain this altitude of 4,500 feet. Now if we look here on the aircraft, I'll keep it zoomed in on the left so you can see. You'll see, we need to select our data here to DME. DME nav 1. Now where's my DME distance gone? I had it, but I've lost it. It's because we don't have the VOR tune, that's why. 16.2. There we are. So we want to have this DME distance here outside of 14 miles when we intercept it. So on this heading, the distance will increase, which is great. We've got our final approach track set, which is for the VOR approach 296. So again, we'll double check that here. 296, and then we have to maintain our. It works just like the localizer. This means fly right, which makes sense because we're left to the south of the radial here at the moment. In fact, what I will do is bring up our RMI. There we go. So this blue arrow is pointing directly to the VOR. I'm waiting. We're pushing the head. You see on this heading, the head's going to move around this way. Once that head matches this one, we're going to be exactly where we want to be for the approach. Moving back to the chart, then. We're going to maintain 4,500 feet until we're 14.2 miles away, and then we'll be able to descend to 3,800 feet. We'll level off at 3,800 feet. Once we're 7 miles away, we can then descend to our minimums, which in this case, with very high elevation here in Tenerife, look, elevation is 2,000 feet. So we're at 4,500 feet. We're only 2,500 feet above the ground here, so it's going to happen all quite quickly. The VOR is beyond where the airport is as well, so you can expect it won't read 0 at the threshold there. So that's that. Let's set the minimums this approach, which is 2,750 feet. A couple of members coming in there. Thank you very much to both of you. Firstly to Cor van der Poort, welcome aboard, and lastly Vetty Fubar. Welcome to both of you, thank you very much. And thank you to everyone subscribing in the background there. Ryan, Isru, fantastic. Anthony, thank you very much for staying on as well, and I hope you're doing well. Thanks for helping me run these streams here, my goodness. I hope that sort of makes sense. Just increase the range here. I just want to make my heading a little bit more easterly here. Just want to increase the distance away so we actually intercept outside the outside of 14.2 miles there. So I hope that makes sense. We step down on that radial. We need to make sure you're on that radial, not away from it, and then you can maintain this altitude until we're visual. And at 2.5, that's the missed approach point. So if you're not visual by 2.5 miles away, which you can see here, this distance will be 1.1 mile away from the runway at 2.5 miles from the VOR, because you can see where the VOR is. It's not located, the threshold is located 2/3 or 3/4 of the way down the runway. So that's it, 2,750 is the minimums. So let's set that here, 2,750. How did we do this? I think it was there. No. Oops, I forgot to turn the transponder on. That's definitely going to have someone in the comment section after that saying, you're definitely not a real pilot. Oh, it is on. I didn't forget. Haha. Screw you. just don't see the first part of the stream. How do I set the minimums? There we are. Oh yeah, here's the best approach speed. So 70 knots is the best. That's the rotation speed. Best climb is 95. Okay. So how do we set the minimums again? No, that's the timer. There we go. So minimums for that approach will turn to Barrow, and it was 2,750 feet. How long is this going to take? Oh, that's going to take ages. Some serious mouse spinning. Will Beauty, I suspect he's not a real pilot. I had one person who left a very funny comment, and then he messaged me on Instagram saying, "I'm so sorry, I didn't believe you." And I said, "Well, just before you say anything, there's no need for such interesting comments." Right, there's the minimum set. That took some time. Enter. Perfect. So I think we get a little alert here when we reach 2,750 feet. Wonderful. So let's clear this. Perfect. So now we are exactly 90 degrees from the VR. You'll see the distance will start increasing from 11.3. If we could fly DME arc now at 11 miles, but remember, looking at that chart, we want to be coming outside here. Tenerife, Lima Romeo Oscar, you can see. Hold on, is that active again? I've just realised something. The same command I have to bring Navigraph up, look, it changes the frequency over. Look at can you see here, look? That's really annoying. Right, I need to again reassign my Navigraph shortcut. I was wondering where all the guidance had gone. We need to fly a little bit downwind here. Unbelievable. Heading bug. Where's the heading bug? There we are. Let's fly a little bit downwind from the runway. And we'll just wait for that distance to increase slightly, just to... what was the distance again? 14.2, so we're on around 15 miles. We'll make about 17. I hope that sort of makes sense anyway, guys. I've just done it again, look, to get rid of the charts. So if I show you the charts, I lose all guidance. Perfect. Every time I reassign my Navigraph command for Streamlabs, it appears to already have been pre-selected. You know what? I think I might even tune ATC. Nearest airport. Los Rodios, tune tower. Let's see what we can get here. Request full stop landing. No, I don't want to touch and go.
Golf, Foxtrot Delta Tango Sierra is 14 miles southeast with Alpha for touch and go.
No.
Cessna Golf, Foxtrot Delta Tango Sierra.
037 at 30, craw. It's blowing a hoolie. So guys, for the next sector I will be coming online. We're going to have a bit of fun. Let me know in the chat what aircraft you'd like me to fly online with you guys. We're going to be going from Tenerife north. We're going to do a touch and go in Gran Canaria and Fuerteventura, then onwards to Lanzarote. There's that DME, this is now 16 miles. Okay, so now's a good time to enter left downwind. Okay, well hopefully, imagine he's cleared us to fly the VOR approach. I'm going to detune it quickly so you can see the Navigraph charts again. There we go. Aircraft is out of bounds apparently. So I'm going to make a turn left here to intercept that radial now. To find we're not flying that procedural approach as such. Perfect. So let's retune the VOR. Let's give ourselves an intercept heading now. Heading is up here. Anthony, behave yourself. What now? What? My orders? ATC. Acknowledge pattern entry.
Fly left downwind runway 12 Cessna Delta Tango Sierra.
I would donate, but the process is working. That's fine, SFS. All I ever want is people to smash the thumbs up button if they're enjoying the video. Subscribe to stay up to date with the content. That's all I ever ask. Thank you. Right, there we go. A bit of a sharp intercept heading, but we are intercepting outside the final approach track, at the point at which we need to start descending, which is at 14.2 miles. And you'll see now, look, we're pushing that head. That's going to line up here. You'll see the course deviation indicator. Let you just slowly move towards the middle of the aircraft. Antonio, favourite place you ever flew into? All sorts, really. Malta's one of my most preferred destinations. I always like going to Malta. Spain, easy days, basically. Easy days these days. Perfect. So again, I'll try and do as much as this heads down as possible too. charts again. So we're coming in from the north here. We're going to intercept here at 14.2, but at the moment we're 18 miles, and that should maintain pretty steady as we're flying kind of parallel with the VOR. Okay, it seems to have stopped changing, which is good. Thanks a lot for subscribing. Ian's Vlog Hodges, welcome aboard, sir. We've got a lot of subscribers today, it's crazy. Thank you very much, all of you. Why am I staring at the roof? We should be staring at the entrance. Obviously, compared to that first approach, this is going a lot better. What a lovely roof view. Right, that's going to come in any second now. And again, I will utilise the nav function here to lower my workload. But obviously on your instrument rating exam, you have to hand fly the aircraft completely manually. There you go, it's coming in. Look, see that? The green line coming in? Wonderful. So let's give ourselves a little bit of a better intercept heading. Wait until 14.2 miles. Once we're at 14.2 miles, we can step down from 4,000 to 500 feet. I've just detuned it again, annoyingly. There you go, until to 3,800 feet. Turn on nav mode. It's already accepted the VOR, so it's going to make use it as a bit of a sharp instance. So VOR is active. It's now going to lock onto that VOR. There we go. So we're just now waiting till 14.2. What islands have you already been to, Callum Jones? We started off in unpronounceable names. Santa Cruz de la Palma, went to El Hierro, then La Gomera. We just left Tenerife. The stream's going a lot steadier than I thought it would. Right, come on. We should be turning now to intercept this. Well, I suppose we're only poodling along at such a slow speed here. We're approaching 14.2 miles, so as soon as we're at 14.2 we can start that descent to our next altitude, which is 3,800 feet. Come on, let's turn final now. Come on, is it going to turn? VOR? It is! Very last minute though. There, oh, look at that, 14.5, so we can start our descent here, so I'm going to go vertical speed, engage, and we're going to go down at 1,000 feet per minute, 900 feet per minute, start reducing that power as well. Perfect. So it's a very quick descent. We're going to go down to 3,800 feet, and we need to maintain that altitude for until 7 DME, so it's the first step down point here. So you can see the winds coming from the north here. That's the heading we have to fly. The surface wind here is 070. It's going to level off here. Come on, 3,800, I hope so. It's very windy in Tenerife North. 070 at 27, gusting 37. It's actually technically the other way around now. The wind's swung round, so we're actually doing a tailwind approach here. Jeez. My goodness. Right, there's 3,800. We need to maintain this till 7 DME. The wind is coming from this direction. How do I bring the wind up? I know there's a way. Oh no. PFD. Wind. There we go. Option 1. Look at that. 25 knot crosswind. Oh my god. That's insane. It could get very, very, very bumpy on this approach. Right, anyway, just to show you here, it's very briefly detuned the approach, but you can see, look, we're waiting now until 7 DME until we can descend down to our minimums for the approach. And it is a 3-degree path, so we should do a bit of a gentle descent. Oh, now I need to manually tune the VR again. There's no good detuning whilst on the approach. Lima Romeo Oscar, let's reselect nav. VOR, there we go. This could get very interesting, guys. Must excuse my lack of attendance on chat as well right now, because I am very busy. And we need to work out, where's our ground speed? Don't we have a GPS here? Ground speed 133 knots, so 13 times 500, it's about 650, around 700 feet per minute we need to maintain. So we'll use vertical speed again. So 8 miles, 7 miles. I'm going to set our minimums height on the altitude now, so 2,800 feet. I only have 1,000 feet to lose. And then we are going to use vertical speed, approaching the point at which we need to immediately start our descent. And we're going to do around 700 feet per minute there. I'm going to select a notch of flaps now as well. Here's the FAF, the final approach fix, is what we call this. There's 7 miles, so I'm just going to go vertical speed. I'm going to set around 700 feet per minute. There we go. So there are some height checks. I'm going to read them out for you on the chance it's easier. 6 miles. We need to be at 3,500 feet. In fact, that's way too fast a rate of descent. So 6 miles. We need to be at 3,500 feet. So here comes 6 miles. We're at 3,500 feet. Great. Next height check's at 5 miles. We need to be at 3,200 feet. Let's increase that vertical speed slightly. Another notch of flaps. Going to maintain about 85 knots. So 5 miles. We want to be at 3,200 feet. Just increase that rate of descent again slightly. Remember, it doesn't perfectly align you up with the runway. One profile, 4 miles, we need to be at 2,900 feet. So approaching 4 miles now, getting a bit turbulent. That's the strong wind here coming in from the northeast here, which is causing this turbulence. So 4 miles, we need to be at 2,900 feet. So a bit high here, just going to increase that rate of descent. And now we're going to keep going until we reach our minimums, which is 2,700 feet, 50 feet. At that point there, we need to be visual with the runway. And that's at 2.5 miles at 2,700 feet. Or 2,800, I've rounded it up in this case. So we've actually leveled off here, that's fine, so long as we wait until 2.5. We've got until 2.5 miles until we're visual. What I'm going to do though is pop my head up. There's the runway, right, very high. Okay, so you got the idea, guys. You'd hopefully become visual at this point. If I was flying, how do I disconnect this autopilot? Oh, I can't remember. How do I disconnect it? I can't remember. I can't find the autopilot disconnect. I think it's done it for me. I hope it has. Yeah, it's definitely disconnected. So very high. The idea is, you know, at 2.5 miles, which you've just passed, you then disconnect and then come straight in. But it's left us a little high, and again at 2.5 it would leave you high too. Nothing to see here. High energy approach. Take full landing flap. Oh, I've got a. Don't forget, I've got a 25 knot crosswind here as well. God, blimey. That's not me. That's the wind. Oh my god, why is it doing this again? Whoa! I'm getting thrown around here big time. Look at this crosswind here. Oh my days! Right, at least we're upwind of the runway. That's not a bad thing. Cool, that is such a strong crosswind, guys. Let's hold that attitude. Yeah, we're down. What? Dead stick landing after receiving landing clearance. Switch off end. That's me full rudder. Look at that. Yeah. Now that is what you call weathercocking, right? Look at this. I'm going to let go of the rudder. Oh, now it's stopped because the wind's probably changed. Right, that was insane. The wind's dropped right off now, but I reckon I had, what was it, whatever the wind said, 30 knot crosswind or something. That was really messy. Really messy. I did. Bye-bye.
Going to 121
That was savage.
Cessna Delta Tango Sierra.
So I had a right variety of landings this evening, but yeah, you can see the wind's pushing it. If I let go of the stick, look how the aircraft just turns right. That's the wind pushing the nose to the right here. Right, let's take this one here. Well, we're down. It's enough to satisfy us a Microsoft Microsoft win there, but that was a completely atrocious landing. Some of the shadow of an old plane here. Right. There we go. Tenerife North now. Obviously famous for the worst aviation disaster in history, as we mentioned earlier. But, we visited now in the sim as well. Right. Mixtures to off. That was a go around. Yes, it should have been a go around. It should have been a go around. That was a very, very strong crosswind there. Right. Anyway, it is time to come online with you guys to have a little bit of fun. Let's go to the main menu. Continue. Perfect. That was a good landing, said Will. Well, the VR approach worked out better. It was a lot better than my previous instrument approach. So then, guys, if you are online and you wish to join me, this is what we're going to do. Let's go to the world map now. Flight conditions, live players. Now, unfortunately, that is going to turn on live weather. Is there a possibility to do this? All players will be visible regardless of their settings unless they haven't. Shall I do all players and then I can choose the time of day? Ah, thanks Domino. Yeah, you've confirmed that. Let's do that and then continue to run it at daytime. Looks like there's a few people here already. This could be very interesting. So we've got all players, live traffic, I guess. Live. Well, let's go custom here. Let's make that so it's now 10:45 UTC minus 12 hours. There we go. Definitely want to have live weather because I think that would be really good fun. Live weather. So let's close that. Server is North Europe. North Europe. What aircraft am I taking? Look at all of you here. This could be interesting. There's a member there as well, and I know Yannick is, I think, joining too. I've just seen. CJ4 jet. Isn't that the little citation? Yes, let's do that then. That's the old school jet. Alright, let's take that one. Fuel, full tanks. Let's do liveries, weight balance, failures, tail numbers fine. Okay, so this is what we're going to do, guys. We're going to start off in Tenerife North, where I just finished. I don't want to start on the stand because I'm going to start all the engines up. Let's get this from somewhere else. So we're going to go Tenerife North, guys. We're going to... Did I say we're going to stop off at Gran Canaria? Yeah, we're going to touch and go at Gran Canaria. From Gran Canaria, we're going to go to Fuerteventura. And from Fuerteventura, we're going to go to Lanzarote. Touch and go at each airport, guys. I'd recommend picking a particular aircraft as well. I think we should all take the same. We should all go in the Cessna Citation CJ4. No doubt we'll see a 747 or something like that. And guys, I must again apologise if you are a regular viewer wanting to watch the series streams. Let me have a chill stream every now and then when we enjoy this. This is fun. Like, this is my gamer coming out here, but it is fun. And I'm doing my best to sort of still demonstrate some of the things that we do in real life. Right, let's go to Lanzarote. I'm also going to add in here Fuerteventura and Gran Canaria. Low and fast is the way of the day. It's going to take 23 minutes, so we've got 2 airports we need to touch down in. And I think we're ready to go. Accept my friend request. The requests I only accept it to members only or friends, personal friends of mine. I can't just add all of you. It'd be crazy, absolutely crazy. We'll start off a runway 30. Let's go there. I think runway 3. Technically, that's the right one. Right, let's press fly. This could be very fun. Most of us are in props. All right, if you're in props, guys, I'll go a little bit slower. I'll buzz around 150, 200 knots. I just want as many people in a formation as possible. That's all I want. And guys, I must remind you all, you know, this is great fun on the Microsoft servers. If you're new to simming and you're going to perhaps use VATSIM, don't do stuff like this on VATSIM. It's not what it's for. And don't forget, guys, we're going to be doing. I'll show you on the map, guys. So we'll keep your progress here. So yeah, you know, if you're a bit late joining, you can join in at one of the other airports. There we are. So we're currently here. We're going to be doing 1, 2, 3 airports. So we're firstly flying to Gran Canaria. From Gran Canaria, we're going to be going to Fuerteventura, and then Fuerteventura to Lanzarote. And I'm going to be doing touch and goes. Okay. Right. Let's see what. I've already got an aircraft doing loops. I don't know where he's gone. I just want to have a little look around, see what carnage is about to ensue. Oh, there's someone who's just spawned in front of us. Yeah, everyone's spawning right on top of me, essentially. This is going to be very interesting. I just want to... How do I go up on the camera? Oh, someone's even hovering. Impressive. Yeah, well, there's going to be a lot of people around for sure. Right, let's do it. So we're going to take off of runway. Runway. What are we on here? 30, and then we're going to immediately head on our way. It'll be southeastbound to Gran Canaria. Right? Are you ready? Let's take a notch of flaps and let's go. Full power. Why have I got master crashes? Oh my goodness me. There's so many of you. Right, so guys, the speed we're going to try and maintain is 200 knots. There's a 747 coming straight towards us as well. Fantastic. Never saw a thing. Positive glide gears coming up. Charts on screen, thanks. No airborne. Yeah, yes, there would seem to be several biz jets coming up towards us. Wonderful. So, ooh, my internal turbine temperature seems to be a little high, so we're going to head.
Delta Tango Sierra, you are leaving my airspace. Frequency change approved.
I think I was about to get told off for taking off without clearance again. Right, we now need to go southeast. So essentially a 180-degree turn here, and I'm going to maintain.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
Hold on.
Landing gear.
The gear's already down. Oh, I'm going to hit someone. Why is it moaning gear? Is it going to do that every time I go idle? Right, I'm going to go to maintain 4,000 feet at 200 knots. 200 knots. Is it going to say that the whole time?
Delta Tango Sierra, did you hear my last
I did. Bye bye. Is it going to do that the whole time I have idle thrust? Right, let's go 4,000 feet, and I'm going to maintain around 200 knots at 4,000 feet. Are you joking? It's going to do that the whole time, isn't it? With idle thrust. That is really annoying. Unbelievable. Right, let's go southeast here. Maybe it's because I've got the flaps down still. Ah, that's why, because I had the flaps. Well, no, not your flaps up. Right, interesting. Right, let's head en route now. So 4,000 feet, guys, 200 knots. That's what we're going to try and maintain. There we go. We're en route now, so wings level. Let's see what trouble we have. Ah, it would appear we have an A330, and a citation just went right under me here. Looks like everyone's going to hopefully be forming up on my wings shortly. Oh dear, my altitude keeping here is atrocious. And we'll head on our way to our first destination. Perfect. So we're all trimmed out here. 4,000 feet, a bit fast. Look at that. Not bad. This guy's flying is exemplary. Someone's about to do buzz past me. Oh dear, not as good as Finn the other day. Oh dear, not very accurate here. Oh no, not bad, not bad. I'll give you that. Oh dear, look, my height keeping isn't great. Yannick, can you see all of us? I can see several people. I have my labels off here. Look at this. What is he in here? He's got a very pointy nose on his A330. Must be some sort of new test aircraft. That's very nice. Very good. And someone's about to go zooming past me. Wonderful. Right, well, it shouldn't take too long to get to the next destination. Well, there's 250 knots coming up quite quickly. It's a way of me getting the automation in as well, so I can lower my workload again. My goodness, again. And this, I've never flown this aircraft apart from a landing challenge. Speed, auto throttle, don't know if it has it. Doing a slow left turn here. A39, 4000. Now, what do we have here? Got a flight director. Okay. It's not main. Doesn't have any guidance at the moment though. Synchronized heading. Okay, I've done that. Autopilot, and that's holding a pitch and roll. So I guess if I push altitude, it's now going to maintain 4000. Push heading, and it's going to maintain heading. There we go. That is very nice flying. It's disappearing here though. Look at that. Amazing. Guys, don't forget to share on social media. Love to see these. I retweeted one the other day. It was really, really cool. We're in the extreme garage. We only got 1, 2, 3. Someone in the distance here. 4, 5 in the distance there. There's going to be a zoom past as well. But we're maintaining 250 knots at 4,000 feet. That's the targets we have there. How is an A330 possible in Microsoft Flight Sim 2020? I don't think it's an actual Airbus A330. I think it just depicts it as an A330 for me. We're off a little bit off course here, so we'll make a left turn. This shouldn't take long at all. These guys are still hand flying, doing a beautiful job. Got someone coming in the distance as well. The sounds are great. Sounds are great. Yeah, this would have been a little bit too long in a Alliance aircraft. Amazing, absolutely amazing. So more and more aircraft forming on the wing here. Beautiful. Ooh, down he goes. Superb. Oh my god! He must be revving the pants off that thing! What's that? Oh, I think I just knocked my thrust lever there. Still got the auto throttle disconnected. Paul Gallagher, have you landed in real life in Edinburgh? A long time ago, yes. I was out of base there a few times. Landing on 03 right or 03 left. I think we should do a simultaneous landing, seeing we're coming in from the north-west. I'm going to probably go for the closest runway, so 03 left in Gran Canaria. Thanks for subscribing, Flaming Moose. Welcome aboard. Now, what's with the Textron name, by the way? Textron. Is that some sort of aftermarket? I see everything's a Textron in this game. No clue what that means. Well, actually, I just realised I'm running away with my speed here, 280 knots. Look at this, I'll slow down, everyone's going to overtake me now. Oh my days. We've got Airbuses, we've got large aircraft, we've got commercial airlines, jets, they're all coming in here. Unbelievable. Oh my days. Texture is Cessna's mother company. Interesting. They bought Beechcraft and a bunch of other companies. I didn't know that. I didn't know that. So it's a sort of like the Volkswagen of light aircraft, I guess. Cool. I had no clue. There you go. Learn something new every day. Perfect. So this heading's good. I'm going to keep a little bit south of track, so we've got a little bit of a time to turn final. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Hello, Jack. My Labrador's just walked in. Hello, buddy. Does Mummy not let you out? No. Hey, buddy. I know. We've got an Airbus rocking his wings here. Abby, can I not join you if you're live in the US? Anyone can join. You need to join the northeast. So no, was it North Europe server? North Europe server. That TBM must be going fast, but oh, look at that! Really poor scan. Look, 206 knots. We need to be doing 250. Nearly fell out the sky. My days. Slow down. Oh my god. Jared Babick, how many real hours do you float around? Nearly approaching 5,000 hours in the real aircraft. About 4,600 are in the 7.3. So we're coming up to land ahead, guys. We need to make a little bit of a turn right here. We need to go to the south of the island to position for runway 03. So let's make that adjustment now. See if anyone matches the turn. Have they realised? They have. Look at that. It's just awesome. Look at that. Absolutely amazing. I love how there's like a little piston-engine aircraft amongst the mix as well. Unbelievable. So many of you. Oh my days. Unbelievable. Zitin, how did you change your time of day? Because we're not on live players. I have live players on, but the ability to still change with the time of day, which is cool. That is fantastic flying. Look at that. Beautiful. I've just got the autopilot in. All these guys are hand flying still. So, yeah, I'm just going to take a print screen of this. Hold on. Let me get a print screen. Look at that. Another print screen. That is absolutely insane. I'm just going to save that in the background, guys. That is definitely going on social media afterwards. Right, so let's follow the coastline. I'm going to follow it round, and then we'll hopefully line up on runway 03. Is it live weather? Yes, I have live weather turned on. So right now, in Gran Canaria, it's 020 at 29 knots. It's so windy here this evening. That is some very accurate flying here. Unbelievable. Look at the shadows on the ground of all our aircraft as well. Perfect. So I guess he's leading us in. We're around 260 knots, slowly slowing down. I wouldn't mind looking up and seeing that flying ahead. Amazing. Guys, if you enjoy the video, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. It's just a bit of a fun Friday night stream. We're up to 1,400 likes, which is absolutely fantastic. 1,700 of you still watching. Thank you very much for all the views this evening and all the thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe as well. Stay up to date with the latest content. That is another screenshot just there. Amazing. Oh my goodness me, just flew into my camera. Right, well, we best start thinking about a landing here. Look at the scenery as well, it's absolutely amazing. Unbelievable. ATC would be having a heart attack, they would be. Anthony, make up your mind, he said somewhere. Absolutely amazing. Now this could be interesting. So I'm going to go for 03 left. I reckon some guys should go for 03 right as well. So we have a bit of a simultaneous runway landing, because this actually has 2 runways. I'm going to make that slight heading adjustment here to travel along the coastline. We'll go sort of a long final here. Someone wagging his wings ahead of us as well. Hi buddy, you okay? Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. Let me just. All right. Good boy. Look at the scenery. I love how we're all in like the citation as well. It's so cool. We've got an A300 again coming in. Or A330 coming in. Very hot. Amazing. It's all very calm in the cockpit. Good. It's our speed right now, so we're doing around 230 knots, slowing down, maintain that speed. It's getting quite interesting as we all attempt to land at the same time. Remember, this is a touch and go, guys, so we're going to have to touch down and then take off, and we're going to go straight to then the next island, which will be Fuerteventura. Jeez. If this was real, this is the most warning sounds in the plane. Yes, there'll be a lot of TCAS alerts going off, that's for sure. Oh my god. Right, I'm going to start descending slowly now. In fact, I think we should do a military-style approach. High speed and fast, so let's disconnect the autopilot here. If I can remember how to. Oh, sounds lovely when you disconnect. So let's see if the guys on the ball watch this. Let's go down. Bye-bye. Oh, they're really good, look, they're sticking to me. Absolutely brilliant. So we might try not to exceed VMO here. Ooh, it's around 300 knots. Trimming nose down as we accelerate. Red leaders, gold leaders, Anthony. So we're going to maintain high speed at around 1,000 feet as we come around the island. Got someone down there, look. Is he upside down? He is upside down, I think. Yes. Amazing! I'm really impressed with the formation flying here. I mean, just look at the distance. It's like a swarm of flies. Oh, goodness me! I'm gonna have to try and do the external view during landing as well. There he is in his Bonanza, in 300 knots. Unbelievable. I have everything to hyper realistic as well, so I can't go too crazy, otherwise I'll overstress the aircraft. But we're nice and low now, around 1,100 feet. If you want to join on the North Europe server, guys, the North Europe server. So 280 knots. I'd love to do some flying with this in real life. Absolutely crazy. And I believe if we look in the distance, we will see Gran Canaria. Well, it's a little bit further along the coast actually. So much as like, if I quickly brake left, I wonder if they'll follow, look. Then quickly go right, or trick them, look. Oh, they weren't expecting that. Amazing. Watch my speed again. So we're still about 15 miles to run from Gran Canaria. Keep the speed up till about 10 miles. Nice and peaceful. What do you want me to do on the runway? Someone said, do you want to do a full stop? So shall I land full stop and then take off again? Or just touch and go? Completely up to you. I'm going to hit the brakes and they'll fly right. Anthony, are you here as well? Anthony, which one are you? I didn't realise you were joining us. Fantastic if you are. Touch and go. Nah, touch and go. Full stop, full stop. Ooh. Type 1. Touch and loop, says Listerman. Dave, touch and go. I think it looks like the touch and go. Touch and go it is. Already got someone configured to land. Look, gears out. We've still got around 10 miles to run. Look at that! That is superb! Very tight. Very impressed with this formation flying. Ooh, it's a little close now. Absolutely amazing. Loads of screenshots taken. Right, Gran Canaria should be in view very shortly. Look at all these wind farms. I think this is all very clever generated AI. That the software recognises a wind farm and it plonks on there. Very, very clever. Although I think they might be a bit smaller than these full-size ones. To be fair, not sure. Right. So how many miles have we got to run now? 7.5, guys. Let's better start slowing down. Really. 290 knots at 7 miles. Interesting. Has this got a speed brake? It's definitely not the old command, that's for sure. Oh, he wasn't expecting me to slow down. I accidentally set the parking brake. So what I'm going to do here is try and burn off some speed. Oh, they weren't expecting that. Oh dear, most of us keeping up. So we're on a little bit of a base leg here, boys and girls. It's around 200 knots. Take a notch of flaps. Oh, don't you start.
Landing here. Landing here. Landing here.
So there's the airport here. I'm going to land on 03 left.
Landing here.
Find approach speed in this beast. I don't think they realised how close the airport was. The formation's a little bit loose. And I think we might have some people on the runway waiting as well. Oh my days. It's around 130 knots. There's the 2 runways. So I'm maintaining about 130. There'd be a slight issue with wake turbulence in real life with that 330 flying ahead of us. Chaos, I think that is the best way to put it. Jack, not the best time to start nudging my arm. Jack, no! Go get Mummy. Where's Mummy? Good boy. A little bit fast here. We've got aircraft ahead of us, just behind us. 500. Yannick, your PC exploded. Mayhem, says Anthony. I know. Unbelievable. It's great to have so many people here to join over a bit of fun. Great fun. Look at all the aircraft ahead. Oh, we've got someone landing on the grass by the looks of it. Oh my goodness, an aircraft right in front of me as well. Oh my days. Oh dear. Right, touch and go, remember. Let's look behind. Right, here we go. Try and look through the chaos. Oh! We're down! We're down! Alright, touch and go, full power. And rotate. Gears coming up. That was the completely correct go-around procedure. We're completely clean now. And we're going to go low and fast on this one. We're going to go to around 500 feet. Amazing. Absolutely incredible. And then we're going to go northeast, guys, towards, I think it's Fuerteventura next. 300 knots already. Let's not try not to exceed VMO. We're away. Jesus. Well, we're all a bit spread out again. Well, that was our first ever formation touch and go I think I've ever done during a stream. Amazing. Now we just need to get as low as we can. I think we should do some seriously low flying. Ooh, watch my speed. Amazing. Amazing. Guys, if you're enjoying this chilled out different stream, don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. I'm going to occasionally do these, and we'll be doing a slightly more serious stream on Sunday. We'll be jumping back into Explain 11 in the Zevo mod, so we can demonstrate some real world procedures. But if you're enjoying it, don't forget to smash the thumbs up, stay subscribed. I'll be doing these streams a little bit more occasionally, if I'm having a little bit of a chilly evening, perhaps. Thanks for subscribing. Rowan Dishow, welcome aboard. So we're going to go nice and low now, guys. See how low we can actually get our aircraft. We've got a 747 amongst us now. There we go. I couldn't control the aircraft for a second there. Oops. Nothing to see here. What height? 50 feet. 50 feet, 250 knots, guys. I'm going to reduce speed for you. Actually, there's no wake zone, boss. No waves. Yeah, I know. I don't think it has any wake simulated or modelled, unfortunately. Even if you land a seaplane in the drink, you see no waves of any sort. But I think the height of the waves does 500. I think the height of the waves does vary on the wind. Yes, now it probably always does that if we're below a certain height. There's 80 feet. Let's see if we can get a tad low, tad lower. That's amazing. Look at that water. Ooh, steady on. Oh. No, he's fine. He's about 10 feet high. Amazing. Superb. This is so much fun. This is really cool. Right, we're 60, 50 feet. This is a sight you never want to see. There's a light aircraft doing 300 knots to swim past. Absolutely amazing. Oh, look at that. Absolutely great formation flying. I'll bring that speed back a little bit further back so we can catch up to around 250 knots. Amazing. About 100 feet now. We can get a bit lower, I think. Get the fishing tackle. Amazing. Yes, I realise. Where's the gear inhibit switch? I don't want to get much lower than this. Oh my god, I said I don't want to get much lower than this. Someone just went underneath me. Look at that.
20, 10.
Thanks a lot, landing gear. Just at 85 pounds.
Landing gear.
Night will take care, mate. Thanks a lot. Yeah, get out of here with those donations earlier, man. You're crazy. Thanks, Will. Unbelievable. This is just something. I mean, look at that. It's like some kind of Star Wars. No one out of that window. Absolutely incredible. Someone's upside down. Yes. Let's make sure we're in trim here. There's Fuerteventura right ahead. Nice. Literally at 30 feet. 260 knots. Everyone's gone. Oh, is someone turning in towards us? Oh, that's where all the chaos is. It's just behind. Look at that guy.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Unbelievable.
Landing gear. Landing gear.
There's a look at this 747.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Right, anyway.
Landing.
Are we staying at sea level the entire way? I think we're... How is our... Are we progressing? I think we're more than halfway now. Oh, no, we're not. This island's miles away. We're going to put our foot down, guys. I still like how there's a piston aircraft going around with around 330, 350 knots.
Landing gear. Overspeed.
Oh dear.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Landing gear, overspeed, all going on.
Landing gear. Landing
It's
gear.
like, I'm trying to shut off the landing gear thing
Landing gear.
by going faster. I think we're just going to have to climb.
Landing.
Right, let's do a zoom climb. Let's get up here, guys.
Overspeed. 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 Overspeed.
Unbelievable. Oh wow, up to 4,000 feet. Just like that. Well, that stopped the landing gear and overspeed warning. It's made me very happy. My goodness. This thing accelerates like a beast. Well, so we're descending, to be fair. There we are. Back up to VMO. And we'll get the aircraft trimmed out here. I need to relax. All this hard work flying and briefing all day. Right, let's get 4,600 feet up here. I can see shadows of aircraft right above me. Right, let's get that in. So we've got autopilot, altitude, match heading select. Perfect. Get back onto track. And I'll slow down just a tad. There we are. That was awesome at sea level. Really cool. Aileron roll. Amazing. Autopilot's trying to kill you. I don't know if they've done anything, but my autopilot, well, seems to work fine. Seems to be a lot more stable than earlier builds. It seems really good here. Right. Who we got here? Thank you very much, Hansin or Hankin. Welcome aboard as a member. Glad you enjoy the content on this somewhat enjoyable flight. You get invited to our members only Discord. Enjoy your custom emojis and chat as well. Thank you very much. Look at this. What's our speed doing here? 290. Nice. So coming up to the island of Fuerteventura. I can't believe that I plan to do this entire stream in a light aircraft and take about 3.5 hours. I mean, completely underestimated that. Where's that jumbo gone? Crazy. Very accurately flown. Thanks a lot for subscribing to James Judson and Randall Fawkes. AB Parent shadows of aircraft right above you. Just what you want to see in the cruise. Absolutely. I've actually had that before. Not obviously in that case, but an aircraft was 2,000 feet above us. It was a 747. They cruised about decimal 84, and it was slightly offset to the right, and he went right over the top of us, where the sun was as well, and we had the shadow come over the aircraft, which is pretty cool. But that was years ago. I didn't get a picture of that, unfortunately. Hardly any aircraft flying around that. It's crazy how different it is. It really is. Right, anyway, coming up to Fuerteventura, and then touch and go here, and then last stop, end of the stream will be in Lanzarote. There's some very accurate formation flying there. Very good. There is Fuerteventura. Again, flown here many a time. So, yeah, the Canary Islands depicted in all its beauty. So hopefully everyone will get a little bit closer in, gather in nice and tight. Get ready for that approach. How many miles do we have to run now? About 38 miles. So that won't take long at this speed at all. What I'm going to do is use the automation here to slowly start a descent. Down to 1,000 feet, there we are. Vertical speed. Where on earth is this? I feel like I could... how well modelled is this? I don't know if you have any citation experts here. I mean, the autopilot systems seem good enough. It has a flight management computer. I don't know how lacking this is in design. There's an old air rack in it. Obviously, a lot of the switches don't work, but I think it's just a typical freeway aircraft. Thank you very much to Laura Strape with a £5 donation. Good morning, Captain. Really love what you're doing along with V1 et al. Looking forward to future Zibo and hopefully flights in 2020 PMDG videos. Thank you very much, Laura. It's a very kind donation, sir. Certainly looking forward to what PMDG have to offer. V1 is another guy I can highly recommend for Airbus content as well, so go check him out. Yeah, thank you very much, Lawrence. Yeah, Zibo is coming on Sunday. We're gonna fly Zibo mod on Sunday on a short little 2-second day. Maybe a Microsoft Flight Sim positioning flight. Let me know in chat, guys. Did you? I don't know if any of you saw my last live stream. Go check it out. We flew a light aircraft first on Microsoft Flight Simulator to position ourselves for a flight in the Zibo Mod 737. Did you like that format, or would you prefer on Sunday I just stick with X-Plane 11 and just do a flight in the Zibo Mod? Completely up to you guys. Thanks a lot, Pineapple22. I love your videos and streams. Very kind of you, sir. Very impressed here. Look at that, what a thin line. I feel like we should have a bit more of a V formation. Is that even possible? Can we form a V? Probably not now, because we're getting very close to touchdown. How many miles left now? 27 miles. I think a slight easterly direction. Split, flying small plane could be fun. Love that format, X-Plane 11. Dual flight is really cool. Yeah, because for me personally, right now, Microsoft Flight Simulator for realism is best catered for light aircraft. I mean, I don't know how realistic this citation is, but for the general aviation stuff, it's great. Obviously, I've mentioned so many times before, the default 747, great fun. You know, you have a bit of fun there, but it's not got anywhere near the immersion you'd expect from Zibo, PMDG, or FlyJSim, or any of those leading developers. How's this V formation getting on? Very much a needle. Got aircraft coming in all sorts of directions. I'm obviously cheating here because I've got all the autopilot in here. In fact, I'm going a little bit fast here. Let's go idle. So, yeah, airport's on the coast here. They didn't expect that. Look, I went idle, slowed right down. I think it's about time we hug the terrain, I think. So let's disconnect the autopilot. They won't be expecting this if they're concentrating on the flight. Let's go. Did anyone follow? They did!
500. 500.
There we go.
Landing gear.
Oh, well,
Landing
don't you
gear.
start.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
I wonder if anyone came to come up and say, overspeed.
Overspeed. Overspeed. Overspeed.
Oh, it really threw them.
500.
Oh, if I get another 500. Oh my goodness me.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
I know the landing gear is up. Right, we're coming into a landing, guys. Oh, I actually didn't. That wasn't so good for getting the formation all split up. I've lost the formation after that stunt.
500.
500.
500.
Jeez.
Landing gear.
Right, so I'm on the coastline.
Landing gear. Landing
And we're landing in Fuerteventura. I can't remember the runway direction. I think it's also runway
landing gear.
3.
Landing.
Oh no, it's 01, of course it is, with this massive display threshold. Completely forgot.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
So we're still about 19 miles to run.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear. Landing gear.
Looking good. Look at this scenery, they're absolutely spectacular.
Landing gear. Landing.
Just coming up a little bit higher just to stop the landing gear course. Right. Alright, I'll stay at around 1,000 feet, around 250 knots, and hopefully just prior to touchdown we'll get ourselves into another nice little formation. Dual format was ace, yeah, I see the feedback there guys, thank you so much for that. I think we'll do that, and it works quite nicely for time as well, so generally we'll get ourselves positioned, and then you know, you sort of imagine we're commuting to work per se, and then we can sort of compare the differences between Microsoft Flight Simulator and X-Plane. But right now, if you want to fly a 737 or a commercial airliner as realistically as possible, you need to be jumping back into X-Plane 11 or prepared. Michael Calder, thank you very much. Is this Flight Deck Sim or Air Force Proud? Love it. Yes, I've heard of Air Force Proud. I know he's done the all sorts of funny content. He's come up on a few of the recommended videos and stuff. I think he also went to the Microsoft event in Seattle. I don't know if he was there because I hadn't even heard of him back then. I recognised a few people and stuff, but I think it ran over a couple of days or 3 days. So I don't know if he was there on the. I went on the first day. I was there with Squirrel, Chewy, with the two I recognise. Of everyone else I didn't. Thank you very much anyway, Michael Calder. Oh, there's a bit of wait a minute. There's a bit of mechanical turbulence from terrain there. And that's what I really love about this sim. What's the distance to go? 13 miles. I keep forgetting this is. This is the last approach, but no, we still need to go to Lanzarote. Looking good though, guys. Runway will be in sight soon. Amazing. That is just wicked. Absolutely wicked. It's a nice tight formation for landing again. That's looking good. We've only got the one runway now, remember. There it is straight ahead, so let's go idle first. Just going to catch a few people out here. Let's bring that speed back. Start getting stabilised for the approach. Currently an F-18, but you see a small prop, says Charlie. Is there an F-18 available? Must be a payware or freeware one available already for the flight sim. That'd be amazing. Good night, Domino Mosina, the current quiz champion. If you look at the bottom left here, Domino Mosina, that's going to be coming to a possible end on Sunday. Guys, every Sunday, well, I say every Sunday because I'm back to work now, I can't stream frequently, but when we do stream on Sundays, we do giveaways and quizzes. So Domino Mosina, you see in the bottom left, he's the current quiz champion. We'll be doing another quiz on Sunday on general aviation and general knowledge, where you have the chance to be basically immortalised into one of our streams. Perfect. Right, let's start configuring for this approach. We'll drop the gear now. Flaps are coming out as well. I have no idea what the flap positions are. Flap 1, flap 2. I've got full flap. I'm going to bring that speed back to around 130. It slows down very quick with these flaps. A huge displaced threshold here in Fuerteventura, so don't land on the displaced threshold. It's around 1,000 meters long here. Oh my goodness me, what is that guy doing? Oh dear, what happened to our tight formation? Look at these guys, nice and tight. This is just like Fuerteventura. It is so realistic. It's amazing. Right, we're trimmed out here. And guys, I must remind you, don't do this on VATSIM, alright? This is just for a bit of fun on Microsoft Flight Simulator, so when we go back on VATSIM on Sunday, you can't do this, it's just a bit of fun. Right, let's get re-established on the correct path here. Good, so probably a tad low still, there's a 747 straight ahead. No clue what the wind's doing. That's looking a bit better. Let's keep the runway in the same position, the windscreen now. 500. That's looking good. So I think the puppies are showing 2 reds, 2 whites. Really hard to see. Look at all you landing on the display threshold. Don't land there. This will be another touch and go. Let's have a little quick look behind us. Oh, look at that. 10 out of 10 for these 3. All those sounds. Excellent formation flying. I'm going to cheat here. I'm going to go a little. I'll try my best in this view. Try and see as many people landing as possible. Oh! Going for flutter. We're down. Right, full power. Oh dear, that's not worked out well for you, sir. Let's go. Look, all these people have stopped. Gears going up. One more stop to go, guys. Very short flight now to Lanzarote. Oh, do give over. He's just put his gear. I love how you can see the other aircraft's gear come up as well. Hello, buddy. Let's reset the view here. Right. Let's go to Lanzarote, guys. Now this certainly won't take too long. In fact, you can see the island straight ahead. Just a distance of 30 miles. And Lanzarote was actually the last time I went to Canary Islands. I went to Lanzarote. It's really cool. And to when did Jim sneak out? Well, after landing? Not sure. I love it. I just close the thrust lever and look at everyone goes. Right, there's 2,000. Sweet. The Hangar Pilot hitting the hay now. I'll enjoy the rest of the stream. Thank you very much, Hangar Pilot, for popping in. And obviously all members, make sure you keep next Saturday in your pencil that in your diary next Saturday. Lena TVG, what is the average zero fuel weight on your flights? Very good question. Right now the load's quite low, so typically a fully loaded 737 when we've got 150 plus passengers, zero fuel weight's around 55 to 60 tons. At the moment, the planes are barely half full. Some of the airports, or what should I say, some of the countries which are not falling within the 14-day quarantine requirement for the UK, so Greece, primarily. I've done a couple of Greek flights. The loads have been very good, so the aircraft are generally more than 3/4 full. But the Spanish flights at the moment, 50 passengers max. It's really sad, and I must stress to all of you, as a pilot and as someone that obviously works in the industry, I've been back flying now for a month, and everything is in place for your safety and well-being. You have to wear your masks on board. I spoke to a few friends who have travelled recently and gone abroad, and many places are closed, but some places are open, many places in Greece, for example, and they said they've had a fantastic time, normal holidays, and I think everything's going ahead as normal. Just follow the rules, wear your mask on board, and I don't think I've found any heard any crazy stories out there. So yeah, go buy tickets. Keep everyone in the airline industry, the tourism industry, in a job. Crazy times we're living in, guys. Thanks. You flew back from Valencia, Brussels, and the plane was fully loaded. Yeah, well, I'm based in the UK, so I haven't done any other inter-Europe routes and stuff. But I know some sectors have been, the loads have been very good. Loads have been very good. Have you ever tried to land in Tenerife North? No, I've never flown into Tenerife North. Only Tenerife South. Thanks for subscribing, Black 1990 Jaguar. Fantastic username there. PPZ, I travelled recently and had a fantastic airport flight experience. Sad the bars aren't open the airports, but otherwise the flight was great, not crowded. Exactly, PPZ, yeah. I mean, at my local airport, a lot of it's shut. A few places are open and stuff, but yeah, the flying experience is the same, except you wear a mask, that's all. Fantastic, guys. How many have we got here? So obviously 1 above, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 I can count ahead. 16 including the 747. I know sometimes a few other people drop out too. Amazing. That's it, so it's going to be a straight-in approach to runway 03. Thanks for subscribing as well, Gustavo, Dean Stanton and Alex Craven. Welcome aboard. Flight level maintaining about 2,600 feet, 290 knots. Head 5 shot. My main concern against flying these days is that they could increase restrictions, close borders at any time, and could have trouble coming out. You're quite right, and I fully respect that as a reason, or certainly a very legitimate reason for not travelling, because it's still very dynamic. Things happen on a weekly basis. I think even the UK was a couple more countries are added to the quarantine. This Switzerland, Croatia, these last few days. So yeah. Why sitting in a fully packed 737 when you can be in your own citation distance from all the other passengers? Exactly. Look at this. Distracted by chat, and I'm actually seeing a wonderfully tight formation. Is that A380? It is. It's disappeared. All sorts turning up here. Days. Very nice formation flying here. How far now? We have 10 miles to run, guys, so Lanzarote should be in view. There is Lanzarote, guys, so again, we'll start configuring for our final flight and approach. This isn't how I envisaged the stream, but it's been great fun. It's been great fun. How do you switch to third person? At the moment for me it's the num keypad number 1. So I'll drop the gear. Now if I was flying behind the 747 now, the aircraft honestly it would probably flip over. It'd flip over from the wake turbulence. A little citation like this would. Oh my days. Oh, he's disappeared. So speed's looking good, slowly bringing it back. Just getting lined up the extended centre line. Pineapple 22, sadly I have to go, but I'll be watching all your new and old videos and commenting and liking it. So nice of you, Pineapple 22. Thank you very much, and welcome to the channel. I'm sure I've seen your name just pop up quite recently too as well. I'm so busy looking at chat, I completely I completely flew straight across the extended centre line and the localiser, and I'm going way too fast. Gear flaps. Oh my goodness, it's so different to real life. I can't begin to imagine like configuring like this. 200 knots at 3 miles would probably be a go around. The flaps are like arrest dogs. Look at the speed coming back. Crazy. Right, 130 knots. Oh, a 747's just flown through me. Oh, an A380 and he's dropping his gear. Looking good for our formation landing. There's a 7-8 as well behind me. Back of the pack here. Very low on the approach. Listen to me, you're overpowered. Ooh, looks like some people are getting really low. Look at Absolutely superb. That looks like a very stabilised approach by that 787. Very impressed, sir. I'm a tad low. Here we go. Right. Just aircraft everywhere. I can't see what's going on. Right, hold her off. 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 That's us down. Lovely. Not going to select reverses. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lanzarote. Beautiful landing, sir. That is an excellent formation landing, if one might add. What do you think, Jack? Was that landing? 10 out of 10? And that's the exit we always take here in Lanzarote as well. Superb. Oh, hello. Flaps up. Take the high speed. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lanzarote. Now, when was the last time you saw in Lanzarote aircraft vacating like this? Superb, very, very enjoyable. Right, well, let's take the cue onto stand. I'm gonna follow this guy. I might have. Where's he off to? Oh my days. Right, I don't know if there's enough stands for everyone here. I expect a long line of. Oh my days. A long line of aircraft all queued up and parked. I think we should all try and park in a line, so like not on top of each other. So one to my left, exactly like this guy's. I mean, look at that. That is superb taxiing. I think we should go for some formation parking. Got aircraft taxiing towards us. Unbelievable. 787's ahead. I love this guy's superb. Well, I'm going to take one of the gates. Oh my goodness. We've got aircraft spawning next to us. Oh, you're not allowed to park on top of me, otherwise we won't see you. There we go. My goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Lanzarote with what I can only describe as an absolute madness. Absolute madness. Listen, 20 out of 10 would landing here again. I don't know what to say. Oh, look, you've got some reversing. Unbelievable. That is just quite something. That is a sight to behold. You know, I'd be very concerned if I saw this in real life. My goodness. Right then, guys. Thank you. That's what I can say. Thank you for everyone that joined here on this unique day. All I can say here. I am going to quit now to the main menu. That was absolutely sensational. What fun. What fun. Well, how do I summarise today's live stream? Well, as I've mentioned before, it's just a chilled out Friday evening with me. Again, I like to have these chill streams occasionally. It's good to kind of let off some steam. I promise you on Sunday we're going to be back to realism. We're going to be on General Aviation Flight firstly on Microsoft Flight Simulator. We're then going to position in Zebra 1 Expert. We're going to be on VATSIM. I'm going to do everything to the letter. So all my hardcore educational flight sim enthusiasts who want to learn more can enjoy those streams. I did my absolute best anyway to start with to teach some things. I completely made an absolute well, I'm not going to use that word, am I? Made an absolute mess of that first NDB approach, turning the wrong way. I can only apologise for that. And the VR approach was much better into Tenerife South. I can't remember where we went to. We went to 7 different airports, so it was definitely very, very fun indeed to have done this. Anyway, I like to always end the streams the same way. So firstly, thank you to everyone that donated today. All very generous. Don't ever feel like you need to donate. It's a lot of it's invested back into the sim, getting sceneries and things like that. And I will be, hopefully, within the next year or two, be getting a new PC, and all of that is put into a kitty, so you can enjoy high quality content. Very impressed with my PC's performance, to be fair, with Microsoft Flight Simulator. So thanks for all your generosity, thanks to all the members, to all the new ones that joined, and for all the existing members that continue to support. Thanks for your patience as well. Hopefully next weekend we'll get that group flight underway. Thanks a lot for waiting. To all my regular subscribers, thank you so much for coming in today and watching the content. If you're new to the channel as well, welcome on board. That reminds me as well, if you have a look in my video description below, you'll find a link to all my previous live streams. I think it's on the third link from the bottom or the top, I can't remember, so you can find all the flights we've been to there. But guys, stay safe as ever, and I'll see you all on Sunday for the next live stream. Routes to be decided and stuff, so keep an eye out on social media. And guys, I'll see you then. Stay safe, enjoy your weekend, and good night from me.